WTKS FM, HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station guaranteed human. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Monday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate that as we do every single day. And we do have a good program set up for you this afternoon. We will get you caught up on what's happening in the world. We'll do that around 3:20 with JCS News. 4 o'clock hour is just us.
Oh.
A whole bunch of us.
You're lucky.
5 o'clock hour, we'll talk to Jeff Stanton. He's the VP of Marketing for the Orlando Science Center to talk about their new dome that's opening up. That's kind of cool. Trivia as well. At 6 o'clock hour, we'll do sports. And Ray Trindley, you heard it here first. Your calls, texts, and talkbacks all day long. Welcome to the show. I'm Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead, producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Find us easily on social. Instagram, Facebook at The Jim Colbert Show. On X, just at Jim Colbert Show. And all day, every day at JimColbertLive.com. That's where you can check us out on YouTube. Get involved with our question of the day. And if you want to send a talk back, that's easy as well. Just grab the iHeartRadio app, go to Real Radio, and use that mic to send your comment over to Jack, and we will get you on the air.
Superstar
is right around the corner for you. How you guys doing today? Good?
Oh, great. Glad to be back at work.
Glad. Are you? Jack had a tough weekend.
Weekends are exhausting.
Jack hit me in the hallway. We were kind of catching up a little bit about weekends, and he goes, he doesn't. You know when somebody's pissed when they don't even turn around to face you to tell you something. As just walking away, he goes, I worked in the yard all goddamn weekend.
I bet. Oh.
Yeah.
It was just standing outside. It was hot.
It was brutal. Brutal.
It is.
And no wind this weekend. It was kind of wild.
That was the thing.
Unless a storm was coming through, we had a couple. Unless a storm was coming through, there was not a breath of air.
Yeah.
Played golf early Sunday morning with my buddy. Usually we're off the golf course by 9:30 because we rip it at 6:30 in the morning. And that's exactly what we did. We got to about 7:15 when it was like nice and bright outside. It was still overcast on Sunday morning. But man, we're like, not even the small moss is moving. Like the moss in the tree, not even the wispy parts were moving at all. Nothing.
Yeah.
It was just that still heat. It was not.
That curtain of humidity that just rests on you all day.
And your skin feels like a Post-it note, the sticky part.
I took breaks. I had to take breaks. I'm like drinking plenty of water. It's like, I got to go sit down.
Yeah.
Man.
The humidity, too.
Yeah,
it was pretty brutal. This is the first weekend, I think, of the massive humidity, the summer-esque humidity we've had. And, of course, the storms are kind of coming in, which is great news for us.
Oh, it is great. But I remember this morning looking at the Weather Radar app and saying, wow, it's 83, feels like 91, and it's 9:27.
Wow.
So I told Jack.
On a Monday morning.
So I have my front yard is kind of big, so we do. I hit golf balls, chip ball, golf course back and forth, right? So if I leave one side of my driveway on one day, I can hit the ones back, and then the next day I hit them on the way. And that's the last thing I do before I leave the house sometimes, right? So this morning, as I was leaving, I hit a couple. It's like 5 golf balls. It's really not even that many. I just chip them across the yard, then off I go, right? Man, I got back in the truck after hitting 5 golf balls. That's just 5 swings. That's it. And I had to literally sweep my entire head with my golf towel because it was dripping wet. And I looked at my car. It's like 82 degrees.
I know. It's the
82 and a billion humidity.
Exactly. It feels like it's in the 90s and it's not even 10 a.m.
All right, I got a question for you guys.
Here we go.
No, you're an artist, correct?
Yeah.
You are. I mean, your degree's in art, is it not?
Yeah.
All right, very nice. Jack, you're not an artist.
No, I am not.
But you do like to do stuff around your house, right?
Sure.
You do like to do projects around your house.
Absolutely.
I have a question, and I want you guys to settle a bit of a bet.
All right.
So we are redoing the bathroom that's in my studio at the house, right? It's just, the house is old, 1950s. So we just kind of went in there to do a fresher, right? It's a small bathroom, a guest bath, so it's really small. We just kind of basically put in a new vanity and painted and did some things like that, right? New baseboard, whatnot. So I'm in there painting, and my wife walks in, and she sees me using the paintbrush, and she goes, "Why do you do it like that?" And I said, "What do you mean? Why do I do it like that? This is how the brush is designed. This is what it." She goes, "No. You're supposed to do it like this." And I was like, "Oh, well, I mean, does it really matter?" She goes, "Well, I think the brush is designed to do that." So here's the question. Do you know when you get those paint brushes, and I think this one's a Purdy, P-U-R-D-Y,
Yeah.
pretty good quality, right?
Yep.
And it's the one that's about 3.5 inches wide.
Yeah.
And instead of the bristles coming to an end all at the same length, this one's cut at it's not a 45-degree angle.
No, but it's an angle.
It's an angle, right? So the question was, the way I use that brush is I use the flat side and I fill it up with paint. And I use the flat side to edge, right? So you're edging up against the ceiling and the wall, and I just want to make sure it rides on that line. And I thought that the brush was designed to be used like that. I would actually hold it like a pencil, and then I take it and I do a pretty good job at it, right? You load it up with paint, off you go. My wife says, no, you're supposed to hold it sideways so that the bristles are all kind of trailing each other. In other words, if I'm looking at it from my perspective, I'm looking at the wide part. The way she does it, she's looking at it like it's thin, like a pancake, and she's using it like that. She swears that that's the right way. It's how it's designed. And I said, well, I think it's designed the other way because that way you hold the brush down actually a little bit at an angle, and you can see the line you're trimming better.
Now, you're covering more surface area with each stroke,
I am,
correct?
and it takes more paint.
Yeah.
Because the way she does it, she's able to drag that line across there. And I'll give her that I think you have more control maybe on how much paint goes there.
You know what you need to do.
But when she does it, hold on first. The way she does it is when the paint runs out, it actually, because the weight of the brush and the pressure you have to put on there, you have to go back over it with the flat side. Now, the trim is nice.
What you need to do is hand her the brush and say, I just didn't quite get it. Can you do it one more time?
Like Tom Sawyer.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think I got it this time. Can you do it one more time?
Did you keep showing me?
And by the time she's done showing you, it's all done.
Have you ever used one of those brushes? Do you know the way you're supposed to use it? Like, I gotta tell you, on purpose, I said, I'm not looking this up. I'm not going to find out exactly, but I'm sure we have enough professional painters.
We do.
In our audience. Matter of fact, Jack has a painting client.
We
paint
Raphael, and we paint everything.
Yeah. And the thing is I don't know that it matters, but why is that brush cut at that angle? I mean, there has to be a reason it's cut like that. It's a trim brush.
Yeah.
So that means it's built for doing that. But is it built for doing it that way or the other way? Or does it matter?
See, I kind of...
Which way do you do it?
Both, actually.
You do it both?
Yeah, well, it depends what it calls for. If I want more surface area, I'm doing the flat side down. But I think it's angled so you can be more precise.
Yeah.
The way Tori does it.
In other words, dragging the angle at that side.
Yes.
Yeah, I just glanced over the texting service, and all I see is Tori is right. So we're going to shut that down for today.
Hold the brush.
We're going to go ahead and just we're going to cancel everybody that said Tori is right. We're blocking you from the service.
Hold the brush at a 45-degree angle using the stiff ends of the bristles to guide your line. And this is from...
Oh, I don't care. If I'm wrong, it doesn't matter who it's from.
Okay.
Nice.
Have you ever used one of those?
Oh, yeah.
Well, how do you use it? You're a professional. You're a painter. What's easiest for you? And I find that holding it like a pencil is like the best way.
That's what I do.
Right.
And use the angled side.
Oh, you do?
To get those corners in.
I'm good at pushing the brush up into the areas like around the molding. I'm really good at that.
It's an odd thing to flex on. I'm really good at shoving the bristles in the corner.
Like stabbing it?
Well, yeah, that's what you have to do, Jack. You have to push the bristle up in there. Yeah.
I've done all that stuff. All that bad painting. All those bad painting techniques.
There's nobody here agrees with me that that's the right way.
You look over the beveled edge to see where it goes.
See, so I wonder if people think that she's doing it the way that I'm holding the brush where I can get the most. Like when I edge, the paint that I'm leaving is the exact width of the brush. Then when she does it, it's only, 1.5 inches or so because she's using it that way.
Yeah, she's cutting in the edges.
Yeah.
And then fill it in with the wider brush that's not angled.
I think it gives you better control doing it the way Tori does, and that's why it's angled.
Guy says a 27-year painter here. It works both ways. It's shaped that way so you can get into the corners of the walls. I see what that means because that way if you didn't have that, you would be pushing the bottom end of that straight bristle all up in that area.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So both. No one's wrong. How about that?
Stop saying that. Tori is right. However, always remember to put more paint on your brush. And the thing is with her technique, actually, it makes perfect sense because with her technique, when she pushes the brush together, the paint kind of globs up in the brush and stop laughing, Jack. I'm talking. Son of a bitch. How dare
I know.
he?
Well,
What is he doing?
the texter said, it doesn't even matter what you're saying. It says, I wasn't listening to the beginning of the segment, but regardless, Tori's right.
Somebody just said my head hurts. Is this that complicated? No one's ever asked this question?
Didn't you read the sleeve before you threw it out?
No, I don't read this sleeve. I tear
Yeah.
the damn thing off. I haven't start painting.
No one
See,
reads that.
That's why I asked the question, because I knew that's what you were going to say.
But the way she does it, she is able to get more of the trim done because
Right.
when I hold it flat, I run out of paint in a few. I mean, I run out.
So even you're saying she's right.
I'm not saying it because I can go and use the other side of the brush.
I was I was just confirming.
I hate looking over there and seeing all that. You have no idea.
Yes,
I mean,
we
this
do.
wasn't even that big of a thing. This really wasn't even a giant discussion. I just said, I don't know if you're 100% right there. She goes, well, this is the way it works for me. I work perfectly every single time. I'm like, well, consider this. And she goes, I ain't going to consider it because when you push that flat side up, all the paint comes through and it winds up dripping more. When you use the other edge, it doesn't drip as much. I'm still making her point.
Yeah.
I won't stop making her point.
Nope. We're just waiting.
Anyway, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. We do have a bunch of stuff to talk about. Man, I saw a documentary this weekend that is based in your home country.
Well,
Well,
my mom,
your family's home country,
Yeah.
right? From Colombia, called The Lost Children. Have you ever heard of that?
I have.
Yeah. It's that plane crash that went down, and it was carrying some people. I think like 7 or 8, 10 people, whatever it was. Most of them perished. The only people who lived were these 4 kids, and they were in an uncharted part of the Amazon jungle, and they were missing for a pretty good period of time. We'll talk about it a little bit later. But if you haven't seen it and you want something, if you want an anxiety-ridden story to watch, this thing is crazy because when you get to the end of this story, you're really kind of marveling at what happened.
What platform?
It was a Netflix. It's on Netflix. Also, I know that Jack and I started watching the Widow's Bay that I started watching.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I got to tell you, it's weird. These stories, you start watching them, and you're like, okay, I get this. This is kind of fun. A normal story about something. And then, man, 3 episodes in, we're back flashing, side flashing, rear flashing, front flashing. It's all the flashing. And then all of a sudden, one episode comes back and it goes tick, 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 and wraps all that up and then moves forward.
Yeah.
So that's Widow's Bay. And then I started watching The Burrows this weekend.
That's the one I'm halfway through.
Dude, that is, see, I'm on episode 3 of that.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. I was just about to give up, and I was talking to Jack today about it before the show, and he said, episode 4 is the one you got to watch. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess we got one more in this.
There's a little more revealed. And it's interesting with like those limited series, whether they're 8, this one's 8 episodes in total. At some point, they kind of have to figure just before the halfway point, they have to kind of do something big. And then I always think the second to last, that penultimate episode, is the one where they really let it all fly. And then the last one is, sometimes great, sometimes not.
And that's usually about the halfway point in the episodic, in the number of episodes, right? Yeah, it's like 4 or 5. They do something crazy because they've kind of spent all the storyline they have up until that point. So then they have to make the big switch or a big reveal, and then off they go.
Yeah.
But it's pretty good. Do you like it?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
It's based on The Villages, right?
I wasn't sure, but it totally fits.
Read a piece about it this weekend because when I started watching it, I started doing a little research on it. And there are a number of communities around the country that are like The Villages. We just happen to know The Villages because it's around the corner from us. But this one's based, I guess, up near Taos in New Mexico.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And it really looks like that. And when you read about it, it's kind of interesting. You should go read about the shooting schedule and where it is and what they did to create that feel.
Yeah, because sometimes some of the exterior shots, I'm like, wait, is this real? Like, I didn't know if it was a real community or something they totally constructed, but it's pretty.
And something else weird about it, too, like you see the TVs and they look like old 50s TVs, but yet they have modern technology.
Yeah.
So I guess that's part of the storyline, which we'll find out tonight on episode 4. Yeah, all right, very good. 407-916-1041. Text 77031. Deb, got some news?
Yeah, Florida sues OpenAI and its CEO, Sam Altman. The 2026 Atlantic hurricane season is officially underway, and where remnants of a weekend meteorite fell. We'll talk about that and more coming up next during JCS News.
All right, let's take a little break. We'll come back and get Deb's news and do more of the Jim Colbert Show. Stay put.
Real Music Weekends are classic alternative. Classic alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
You might get stuck southbound on Florida's Turnpike. There's ongoing construction near that US 192 exit. That's causing some stop and go and blocking the left lane. I-4 expect to get caught up in some typical slowdowns starting to form before St. John's River Bridge between Sand Lake Road and Osceola Parkway. And we got some rainy conditions in the area, so expect that on your ride this afternoon. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Road trip? Let's go. But first, drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where our trained technicians only pour premium Valvoline oil for a quick and easy stay-in-your-car oil change. Go to VIOC.com for money-saving coupons.
Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit OneFirmForLife.com today for your free consultation.
It happens only once a year in Las Vegas.
Our legendary iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
Is back.
Please put your hands in the air.
One stage, 2 nights.
Are you ready?
featuring the biggest names in music. Live, loud, and always full of surprises.
We're getting this party going, huh?
Hear it live on iHeartRadio and streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Listen for the reveal of our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Tomorrow morning at 8.
Hi, this is Mark Spain, and we're hiring listing agents. Maybe your kids are self-sufficient now and you're ready to jump back into the workforce. Or perhaps you're stuck in that demanding job and the compensation just doesn't match your hard work. Are you ready for a career move that will be rewarding and earn you the high income you deserve? If you enjoy delivering great customer service and working with people, I want to talk to you. At Mark Spain Real Estate, we have all the components to make you successful as a real estate agent fast. Go to joinmarkspain.com. That's joinmarkspain.com and apply today.
On Plus Nicotine Pouches present Comfort Chronicles. A 10 o'clock tea time. How comfortable. You show up in stretchy shorts, a breathable tee, and maybe no socks. Let the dogs breathe. While others sweat in pleated khakis, you're in your comfort zone bombing drives. And in your pocket, On Plus Nicotine Pouches. The softest pouch on the planet. Buy a can at onnicotine.com. Products for tobacco consumers 21 years of age or older. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Are you looking for a home with an open floor plan in Orlando? Or maybe a home with a big backyard and winter garden? Good thing you can check out the hottest homes that are available right now in Central Florida all in one place at thenicklygroup.com. The Nickley Group has helped thousands of families find their perfect home, and they're ready to help you as well. Don't miss out on some of the most in-demand properties on the market. Go to thenicklygroup.com and click on Hot Homes.
If you want to buy or sell quickly, call Nickley.
This is Greg Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, even weekends, helps regulate your body's internal clock for better sleep. For more sleep tips, visit originalmattress.com.
Municipal bonds don't get the media coverage the stock market does. But if you're looking for a potential source of tax-free income, now may be the time to consider municipal bonds from Henyon & Walsh. If you have at least $10,000 to invest, call and talk to a tax-free bond specialist at 800-761-9761. We'll send you our exclusive bond guide, free, with details about how bonds may be an important part of your portfolio. Henyon & Walsh has specialized in fixed income and growth solutions for over 35 years and offers high-quality municipal bonds that are tax-free and, according to Moody's research, have been historically low risk. Call today to request your free bond guide. 800-761-9761. That's 800-761-9761. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Income may be subject to state, local, or federal alternative minimum tax. Securities offered by Henning & Walsh, Inc., member FINRA, SIPC.
When you enter a place of business, you're owed a legal duty that the place of business is safe for you to shop in. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you suffered an injury at a place of business, our duty is to protect you after that harm. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
My obstructive hypertrophic cardiomyopathy kept me from baseball games with my boys. The stairs were too much. With Camzyos, my symptoms have improved and I can be more active again. Camzyos is a cardiac myosin inhibitor, the first in its class to treat adults with symptomatic OHCM. Camzyos may improve your symptoms and ability to be active. And it reduced obstruction in the heart 4 times more.
In a 30-week study, Camzyos, mavacamten, reduced post-exercise obstruction on average 47 units of pressure versus 10 with placebo. Results may vary. Camzyos may cause serious side effects, including heart failure that can lead to death, a risk that's increased with serious infection, irregular heartbeat, or with certain other medicines. Do not stop, start, or change medicines or dose without telling your doctor. You must have echocardiograms before and during treatment. Seek help for new or worsening heart failure symptoms. Camzyos is only available through a restricted program. Before taking, tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and current or planned pregnancy, as Camzyos may harm your unborn baby.
Visit Camzyos.com or call 1-855-CAMZYOS. Actor portrayal.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
I'm Michelle McPhee, and in my new podcast, Kingdom of Fraud, I'm unraveling the strangest criminal alliance I've ever reported on. A polygamist from Utah and an LA Armenian businessman.
$1 billion fraud.
But how long can this alliance last?
Is somebody coming after me?
Search Kingdom of Fraud on iHeartRadio, America's #1 podcast network, and the Webby Podcast Company of the Year.
Need a new roof or windows? Visit hbnusa.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch. Yeah. We like it when you watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Well, on the paintbrush usage, I got to disagree with all of you. I don't even use paintbrushes anymore. Into one of those Wagner power sprayers. There is a little bit more prep involved, but you can shoot a room so freaking fast and there's not a brush mark to be seen anywhere. Well worth it.
Semi-agree if you have no furniture or anything in that room, because that prep takes forever. When we used to have the rental houses, we would paint all of them with a pressure, an airless painter. And he's 100% right. You can paint the interior of an entire house in an hour. The only thing, it takes you 2 days to prep it. Yeah, and about $5,000 in paint because it uses so much paint. All right, 407-916-1041, text 77031. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate that. I'm Jim. Jack is right over there, and Deb has your news. Let's get it.
It's time for JCS News. Wow, does this guy got to put his name on everything?
It's in my contract, dude.
Here's the news on The Jim Colbert Show.
And JCS News is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. Florida's Attorney General is filing a lawsuit against OpenAI and CEO Sam Altman. Attorney General James Uthmeier is accusing OpenAI of putting profit over safety by marketing ChatGPT as safe while concealing that it could drive users toward harm.
Parental controls are not required for children to access ChatGPT. In fact, OpenAI advertises it will hide the conversations it has with your kids from you as parents with no way for you to request access.
Florida is the first state to sue OpenAI and Altman over design and safety. However, Uthmeier also opened a separate criminal investigation into OpenAI in late April. All right, the Lakeland City Commission is meeting today, but it's what's not on the agenda that could get the most attention. Project Swan calls for a 600,000 square foot data center to be built near Old Tampa Highway and Wilkinson Road. Residents who don't want the project are expected to address the issue during the public comment period, even though the commission is not voting on it. City Manager Sean Sherhouse says the city doesn't have enough information on the project yet. More info could come out after a meeting with the developer on Wednesday.
Interesting.
Isn't it? Residents
Interesting.
are like, yeah, we're not waiting for you to vote on this. We're going to go ahead and let you know where we stand right now.
Yeah. This is going to get to a boiling point.
Yes, it is.
About this, because what happened now I think that there's an accusation that cities and municipalities are starting to kind of sneak these things in to other projects so they don't have to say data center, like they're part of other building projects.
Well, we were told there's like some sports complex around here that's kind of got a little bit of that something on there. All right. The Orlando Sentinel has a good story about this on the cover of the newspaper today, but lawmakers are convening today to consider a ballot proposal which would eliminate property taxes for about 60% of currently homestead property owners. State Representative Anna Escamani says police, fire, transportation, roads, parks, and libraries will suffer.
It might feel good in the beginning to say, yes, I want a tax break, but the tax shift that was already described, that's going to go after essential services that the working class needs to ever thrive. And that's part of my concern, is that it's so regressive.
So Governor DeSantis says the state will establish a trust fund to help cover the core services costs. He says that revenue would only be used for schools, fire, and police. If approved, the measure would appear on the November ballot and would require 60% of voters' support to pass.
I would ask everybody out there that is considering voting for this to really do the research on it. I read a piece this morning in the Sentinel about it, talked to Scott Maxwell about it, and have been seen some other input on it. And when you look at what they're doing, it is really a bit of a scary thing. And some people are calling it a bit of a power grab.
It's very scary.
Because if cities have money, they want to build something, they can say, well, if it's $10 million, we could come up with 5. We'll go to the state and look for the other 5, right? Well, if there's no money to do even the 5, you have to go beg the state for any money to do anything. And that means it's up to a committee of people to decide whether or not your municipality has the ability to receive the state's money for your thing.
There's nothing to worry about, Jimmy. Tallahassee wouldn't usurp the power of a municipality.
And every government is going to certainly look at every municipality evenly to distribute those funds.
Well, Florida's biggest city, meanwhile, is adding up the impact of eliminating property taxes. The state legislature again started a special session today. So the Jacksonville City Council Auditor's Office estimates that it would cost just this city, so it's Florida's largest city, Jacksonville, how much money a year? This would just be Jacksonville. If they eliminate property taxes, the Jacksonville City Council's Auditor Office estimates the city will lose this much money a year.
$300 million.
Right on the button.
Really? Never saw the story. Wow.
Right on. Oh, wait. $300 million a year.
Wow.
The impact would first be felt in fiscal year 2027-28. Mayor Donna Deegan tells First Coast News eliminating or drastically reducing the tax will put public safety in jeopardy. All right, Florida gas prices are falling, as optimism in the fuel market pushes costs lower. AAA says the statewide average is now $4.04 a gallon.
Yeah.
That's down 31 cents in a week and nearly 50 cents over the past 12 days. Analysts say lower oil prices driven by hopes of a U.S.-Iran agreement are helping ease pressure at the pump. Still, drivers are paying about 95 cents more than this time last year, with the highest prices in the West Palm Beach market and the lowest in the Pensacola area.
Saw a pretty low price out there in Mount Dora. I saw $3.89, $3.99 or something
that's
this week.
right. Yeah.
I've been seeing that pop up, and this is all just over the past week.
Yeah.
But there's one station I drive by every day that still is staying at 459 and has not moved. And I'm like, are people really buying that gas? It's now almost 80 cents more than some of the other prices just down the block.
But it's so convenient.
A gallon.
It's so convenient, Jack. To right in, it's a right in and right out.
I mean, for
That's
every
why.
10 gallons of gas, he's making an extra $8.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, today marks the start of the 2026 Atlantic hurricane season. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration National Hurricane Center Director Dr. Michael Brennan says while no hurricanes made U.S. landfall last year, 25 have hit the U.S. since 2017, and 20% of those were right here in Florida.
And in terms of economic impact, we're looking at almost $90 billion a year of economic impact damage in the United States over this 8-year period.
And that's another thing to worry about with eliminating property taxes, right? We've got all these cuts that have been happening to FEMA. We don't know yet. FEMA hasn't really been tested.
Right.
This could be the first, active storm season where we're going to see.
And we're the only state that can be hit by both sides, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're the only hit because, Texas can get hit in the Gulf, but they can't get hit from the other side.
Right.
We can get hit from the Atlantic and in the Gulf.
So NOAA predicts a range of 8 to 14 named storms. 3 to 6 of those are expected to become hurricanes, including 1 to 3 major hurricanes. Of course, now's the time to stock your supply kits, get your insurance papers in order. The season peaks in September and ends in November. And to that end, the National Hurricane Center is now issuing regular tropical outlooks for the Atlantic Basin. The reports provide information on potential tropical system development. They're updated 4 times a day on the National Hurricane Center website. There are currently no tropical storms or disturbances forecasted in the Atlantic, Caribbean, or Gulf this week. A couple of tropical waves, but they're not expecting much out of that. The National Weather Service says scattered thunderstorms are expected through Wednesday before drier and cooler air moves in later this week.
Brr.
Cooler as in high of 80?
Yeah. Can you believe that?
I know.
Can you believe that in June? Go back and look and see the last time there was a high of 80 in June.
I know. That is crazy. All right. I know that this is definitely a bigger issue down like in South Florida and stuff, but a crane collapse into a St. Pete building during Hurricane Milton led to the state passing safety regulations last year. Today, the Florida Building Commission outlined guidelines to secure tower cranes and hoisting equipment before a storm.
Each worksite and project has different conditions, equipment portfolios, language in their contract about who's in charge of what. And so there was this sense that we can't have a one-size-fits-all list of requirements, that it may not be appropriate and not flexible enough.
So Dr. Jennifer Bridge with the University of Florida's College of Engineering found safety requirements during a hurricane include determining if a crane has the capacity to survive turbulent winds, even in the weather vane position. Where they just let that bad boy swing.
I'm all about letting that bad boy swing.
Also, adherence to manufacturer guidelines and determining who's in charge of the equipment. Right. I would not want to live in a high rise. And then you put all those other cranes around me?
No, thank you. No.
Duke Energy Florida customers getting another break on their power bills.
Bring it.
Yeah, the company is rolling out its 3rd rate reduction of the year, lowering monthly costs through September. Now, for a typical household, that's about $50 or 25% less for every 1,000 kilowatt hours used compared to January. Hey, $50, right? You can put it in your gas tank.
That's right. That's
the
6 gallons of gas.
The latest decrease is tied in part to a state-approved adjustment after Duke Energy collected more money than needed for storm recovery costs.
Wow.
All right, another weather notes.
Now I believe that's the plan.
Yeah.
All right, we take more now, and then we'll give a little bit back later.
Exactly.
And they'll love us.
It's the IRS.
They'll love us.
We'll invest these billions of dollars for even 3 months at a 0.1%, and then give it back to you after we've already made $30 million on your money.
All right. Well, a woman is in custody after leaving her child in a hot car in Volusia County. LaTonna Williams was arrested yesterday in DeLand after her 3-year-old daughter was found unresponsive in a parked car. Now, DeLand police believe the child was in that car for about 2 hours. When it was almost 90 degrees outside, she was taken to the hospital in critical condition. Williams is charged with child neglect. The DPD says she was donating plasma while the girl was left in the car. Now, her side of the story, she tells Channel 9, listen, I was only in there for about 30 minutes. It wasn't a couple of hours, and I was keeping track of my daughter through FaceTime, and her daughter was fine. But again, Bystanders found her unresponsive, rushed her to the hospital in critical condition.
It does not matter. 30 minutes even in a car when it's 90 degrees becomes. Do you remember that basketball player that did that video? And he put himself in a car in a parking lot in Arizona when it was like 90 to 91, 92 degrees. And within 8 minutes, he was like, got to get out.
Yep.
Yeah, and the first thing she yelled is, "I'm not a bad mom."
Yeah.
I have bad news for you, dear. You need to use a new rule book for bad moms then.
All right, nearly 4 years after a packed boat slammed into a Biscayne Bay channel marker, killing one teen and catastrophically injuring another, jury selection has begun today for the vessel homicide and manslaughter trial of real estate broker George Pino. Now, even though this has been a highly publicized case with a pool of 400 potential jurors, Judge Marissa Tinkler Mendez denied the defense's request to move the case out of Miami-Dade County.
I understand the extent of publicity. I don't expect that to subside.
The judge will allow jurors to physically see the damaged boat and some of Lucy Fernandez's autopsy photos, but prosecutors will be limited in mentioning the other two seriously injured teenagers. Judge Mendez also ruled the jurors will be able to hear what Pino told a Florida Fish and Wildlife investigator shortly after the crash.
What did he say? Do you remember?
I don't remember. I've been trying to look that up. Yeah. And then finally, this is crazy. You said you saw the video of this, and I've been seeing it playing on the news today, but remnants of a meteor that exploded over New England on Saturday afternoon landed in the middle of Cape Cod Bay.
Oh, crazy.
NASA says the fireball fragmented above northeast Massachusetts. If you're watching us on our YouTube channel, Jack just put the video up. Above northeast Massachusetts and southeast New Hampshire at around 75,000 miles per hour.
Wow.
That released an energy equivalent of close to 300 tons of TNT.
Damn, dude.
Causing a loud boom.
Wow, that's so crazy. When you see the video, it's bananas.
I know. Look, it is. It is bananas.
Yeah, when you see one of those things in during one of the meteor showers a couple of years ago, I remember being in my backyard and looking up and seeing one of those things streak across the sky, and it's so bright. It's so bright and so freaky.
I remember when I was a kid in high school and saw one, we swore it must have landed just a few miles.
Right.
We got in our car and we're trying to chase it. Days later, found out it had landed in Russia.
Right, exactly. It's like walking to a hotel in Vegas. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's just right there.
Exactly.
It's like 70 miles away.
Yeah. So NASA officials say the water depth at the fall site is roughly 100 feet.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, though.
That is crazy.
And that concludes your JCS News.
Meteorite. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show. Stay put.
Robots don't get sarcasm. We bathe in it. Real Radio 104.1. Guaranteed human.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hit or miss showers and thunderstorms, the name of the game for our Monday evening. Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. Torrential rain possible with all the tropical moisture, some frequent lightning, and some brief gusty wind as well. And any stronger storm that does get going, we'll be watching out for those through the early evening before they fade away. Overnight lows dip back into the low to mid 70s. We stay humid, and that trend continues for our Tuesday. But a cold front is on the approach, brings more numerous showers and storms. A few could be on the strong to severe side, as we do have a low-end risk of severe weather draped across the region. So we'll be watching out for that too. Gusty wind, the main hazard. The tornado threat really low, but not completely zero, especially near the coast. From the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Ready to upgrade to the perfect sleep setup? Let Mattress Firm's sleep experts guide you to the perfect bed at the Memorial Day sale. Top brands, ideal comfort, score unbeatable deals on both. Mattress Firm. They make sleep easy.
TK Law does divorce differently. No gimmicks, no false promise. They don't fight for men or women. They fight for you, your facts, your future. TK Law, one firm for life. Visit onefirmforlife.com.
In this edition of the Marketers Report, Chris Eppel, head of marketing for the Americas, Harman JBL, weighs in on the importance of audio.
It's been amazing over the last couple of years to see what's happened with audio. We've doubled our investment in the last 2 years in the audio space. We find it to be highly critical to our business.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia connects marketers to the audiences, live conversations, and trusted influencers you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartAdvertising.com.
Here's your spring upgrade. Sun's out. Drink in one hand and a free Samsung Galaxy phone in the other. All on unlimited 5G. Switch to Total Wireless and stay connected through every road trip, beach day, and everything in between. Now that's a total power move. Offer ends 7/8/2026 or while supplies last. Device taxes and fees may apply. Requires new activation on a Total 5G Unlimited or Max 5G plan, single or multi-month plan. Additional port-in ID verification or device financing requirements vary by device. Purchase limits apply.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for Life Imaging FLA. June is Men's Health Month, and with Father's Day right around the corner, there's something that every single family should think about, and of course, that is your heart health. You know, too many men are hard-headed. They ignore symptoms, delay doctor visits. They wait till something feels wrong before they take action. That is not the way to do it. You need to be proactive, not reactive. Men do like to avoid preventive care, and heart disease is the #1 killer. That's not a good equation. Prevention matters before symptoms appear. Get over to Life Imaging FLA and get this free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value, and there are no dyes, no injections, and you keep your clothes on the entire time. And guys, they make it so easy to make your appointment. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. They will connect you in seconds. It is time to make that call. Your greatest gift is your health. Do it today. And don't forget, when you're there, ask about their cancer screening as well, because early detection saves lives. It's Life Imaging FLA.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
My AC stopped working.
You again.
I need my AC fixed.
You're quite the pest.
I should have called Frank Gay.
They should have called Frank Gay.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need your air fixed, don't call the wrong place. Frank Gay has helpful operators and techs that will have your AC fixed in no time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Dan Dennis here. Look, I don't need an attorney to tell you distracted driving is bad. Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt sees the aftermath every single day, and it's awful. So do me a favor. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, and keep it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Just call Mo.com.
To everyone looking for a sweet way to make the summer taste even better, come try Culver's Oreo Reese's Cheesecake Concrete Mixer. Our team member, Nevaeh, is here to give you the delicious details.
It all starts with fresh frozen custard made with farm fresh dairy, so it's always rich and creamy. It's swirled with Oreo cookie pieces, Reese's peanut butter cups, and bites of cheesecake. It's a sweet escape so good, you'll wonder how anything else could compare. From the first bite to the last, you'll taste the chocolatey, crunchy magic in every spoonful. So what are you waiting for? Come on in and try it for yourself. You know you deserve it. Let us craft one fresh just for you. Order now with the Culver's app. And don't forget to join Delicious Rewards to earn points with every bite. You know, I might go order one for myself.
From Wisconsin with love. Welcome to Delicious.
Oreo is a trademark of the Mondelez International Group used under license. The Reese's trademark and trade dress are used under license.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine.
If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando. This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show. Already in progress.
So here's your official, unofficial answer to your paintbrush problem. If you're cutting in at the ceiling, you want to hold the paintbrush parallel to the ceiling. It gives you better control over the bristles and better precision and a tighter line. Then you go back and you hold it perpendicular to the ceiling to get your nice wide strokes. Ew. But if you're cutting down, if you're painting the baseboard, then you can just hold it perpendicular because you don't really need to cut in at the floors, but it gives you a nice wide stroke.
See, this is why I like listening to the show. Get deeper into the psyche that is Jim. You're not only a crammer, you're a jammer too. Yeah. I was really trying to say that without laughing, but it's impossible. Love you guys so much.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
Happy Monday, Colbert and Company's Concrete Mike. And I want to apologize to the guy from Duval that calls in and leaves talkbacks all the time, but Jacksonville sucks. We should just give it to Georgia. That's all I got to say about that.
Hey, Deb, missed part of news. Wasn't sure if this crossed your Instagram at all over the weekend, but I guess someone stabbed a horse
A bunch of them.
A big barrel racing competition in Texas.
Yep.
And that's a whole weird story from what I've seen.
Yeah. What? Yeah, I saw that story last night when I was kind of rolling through the news, trying to, just kind of lightening the load for this morning, and I think he stabbed more than one.
Why?
I don't know. Nobody knows.
Are the horses okay?
I do not know any. I just saw the headline that came up said, man, somebody started stabbing horses at a barrel racing contest.
Oh, it's awful.
Well, if you stab a horse.
What a tool bag.
Yeah. They should just, when they find that dude, just put him at the ass end of one of those things and let it just kick the soul out of it. There's nothing more funny than watching a donkey or somebody trying to shoe a horse or a cow just get kicked out of the screen immediately. There's just one where this guy's trying to shoe this horse, and he puts himself in the worst position. And dude, that horse kicks this guy so hard, it looks like they wrapped a rope around him and then just told a car to go. And he just goes out of the scene so fast, it looks fake.
Wonder how many people have died from that.
Oh, from being kicked?
Yeah. Oof.
Well, I tell you what, I did see. Oh, by the way, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. I'm Jim. Deb and Jack are here as well. I tell you what I did see is I saw a horse that they were trying to mate.
Yeah.
Did you see this story?
No.
So there was a horse, and they were trying to mate this horse.
Oh.
And they had the
Let me help you out.
Okay. You can see this on YouTube. Now look, if you get sketched out, don't watch the video, because I mean it's not gross per se, but you do see what happens. Is they had a female in a pen in a corral, and they were bringing this horse over to stallion to mate with this, and he was ready to go. Like when they walked him out, he was fully prepped, if you know what I mean.
Right.
And losing his mind. I mean, obviously he was really ready to go. And the minute he got into the corral, they kind of started, they were really hyped up. Well, I think the female horse bucked and kicked this horse in the head and killed him.
Oh my.
Oh.
Because by the way, it wasn't a nefarious thing. They were just so excited about getting ready to do the thing that she was just bucking and stuff and didn't know, and kicked him square in the temple. And dropped him. Crazy, dude. It is a crazy video. Sorry. I'm sorry. Well, you didn't make that face when they talked about the stabbing.
I was wondering the backlash I'd get against that talkback. Like, hey, here's some horrible news. Enjoy.
All right. Well, we have some good news. I'll temper this out with a little good news. You guys like bowling, right?
You should.
Yeah.
Yeah. You like to bowl
once a year.
You only bowl once a year? At the Moe's thing?
Yeah.
Do you like bowling?
I love bowling.
Bowling
I'm
is
just terrible at it.
But the funny thing is you usually don't like you don't like athletics. Like when we talk about the pickleball thing and stuff, you don't really like playing games so much,
or people, or leaving the house.
Right. But
hey, I left the house on Saturday.
But bowling seems like a very cool thing because it's very low impact. You can have some drinks and the best hamburger in the world. I don't know what it is with bowling alleys. It must be just cooking 30 years of cheeseburgers on those grills. But for some reason, reason, some of the best cheeseburgers I've ever had in my life have come from bowling alleys.
That's the truth.
True story. And the best crinkle fries as well.
Yes.
Because I don't think they've changed the oil since 81.
Well, the good thing is you can go there with kids, you can go there with grandparents,
Right.
you can go there with friends.
And it is one of the few things you can do and drink with your kids, and it doesn't look off-putting.
Right.
Like, you can hammer beers at a bowling alley while your kids are running around, and somehow, some way, no one thinks you're a terrible parent, but you are more than likely. Because I know I've been that parent a couple of times in my life. Well, the reason I bring this up is, over the summer, they're always looking for things to do, and everybody's and parents are looking for things to do. And it turns out there are a number of bowling alleys that are doing some special stuff for kids for bowling this summer.
Oh, that's cool. Something inside, AC, hopefully affordable.
It says several bowling centers across Central Florida offering kids 2 free games of bowling throughout the summer months.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So if you want to go up there, the kids, it says it's called Kids Bowl Free, average or for ages 2 to 15 years old. It starts actually today through Friday, it's actually Monday through Friday for the promotion. Parents will need to register their kids online at kidsbowlfree.com, and then you can go up, take the fam up, and go. And they have them in Daytona, DeLand, Kissimmee, Melbourne, Merritt Island. 5 locations in Central Florida, in Orlando, Ormond Beach, Oviedo, Palm Coast. So it's all throughout the state, man. Winter Garden, Sanford. You could take your kids up there, get a couple. And look, here's the thing: it's not a wallet breaker. I think bowling is what now, $7 a game or something.
Don't know. I think they get you for the shoes. Shoes used to be a quarter back in the 80s.
Yeah,
but now I think it's more.
Yeah, when we went the other day, I think it's a package thing what they can do. It's like usually 2 games and shoes is like $25 on a Friday night or something like that.
Okay.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I don't think it's bad either because bowling's fun, and to be honest with you, it's not on a time limit.
Right.
So you can get your alley, you can take your time. Somebody could bowl, and then 20 minutes later, somebody could bowl. You make your 2 games last 2 hours if you want. Or you could rip through it in a hurry and move on.
2 hours, and then you don't have to worry about what am I going to do to entertain these little rugrats.
But the cool thing about the bowling alleys, I think they have that almost always have arcades and little game rooms now. And to be honest with you, you can eat at a bowling alley pretty cheap. You can actually drink at a bowling alley pretty cheap because pitchers of beer are usually like $8, $9, $10, something like that.
You being paid by Big Bowl or what?
No, I'm just saying this is a good deal.
Big Bowl.
I will tell you truthfully, this is one of the best family things you can do.
It's fun,
And I got to tell you, it's better than going to a movie or anything like that because once you get into the theater, you don't really interact. You're watching the movie. When you're bowling, you're interacting. Parents are interacting with their kids. They're giving them pointers. They're telling them great job. It's a good time for parents to kind of instill some positivity in their kids when they do something cool or an opportunity for them to kind of lend a hand. I think it's the family interacting together is a really good thing, and this is an opportunity to do it cheaper.
Teach them how to score bowling. Then teach them how to cheat. Scoring bowling.
That's right, exactly. Dude, we used to go to Fairville Lanes up here years ago, and you had to score by hand. You had to learn to do that bowling math. And if you haven't done the bowling math, it'll pickle you for a few minutes.
By the way, a lot of people are texting us at 77031 saying it was a teenage girl.
Was it really?
At the barrel racing. Apparently, she was trying to improve her chances at the barrel racing competition and stabbed 6 horses.
No!
One horse she stabbed multiple times, and a lot of the horses are now having trust issues.
Oh, no. And barrel racing is kind of a weird thing because all the barrel racers that I've known in my entire life, because there was a rodeo up in Putnam County, and even down here, they were all girls. They were all young ladies doing the barrel racing. I knew one guy, and he was just a little fella, and that's why. And I don't know why that's a specific thing for women.
I don't know.
But most of the barrel racers I've ever encountered in my life are girls.
You wouldn't think we'd have a Tanya Harding in the barrel racing world.
That is so insane. 13 years old.
Yeah, that's what a lot of texters are saying. Between 12 and 17, so I'll look it up.
I wonder what was the thing that made her think that this was the way to go. Like someone saying, hey, you got to win at all costs.
Yeah. Well, this definitely is a Tanya Harding scenario, though, right?
Yeah.
Well, man, I don't know, dude. That's
terrible.
How much is that? I mean, how much is a barrel racing horse? Those are specifically trained, right? It's almost like a guard dog. Don't you have to put those things through some pretty heavy training to get them to do that?
I mean, having a horse is not cheap.
Yeah.
All the training that goes into that? Yeah, I can't. And then someone else texted, apparently said she wanted to be a vet in the future. Have not vetted it, but...
Oh,
vetted it.
That's a Munchausen.
Yeah, that's a Munchausen.
That's a Munchausen scenario.
Yep.
I'll stab this horse and save it and look for the Look for the credit. Man, that's a bananas. 13 years old.
That's, yeah.
And it's wild because, I mean, you deal with these animals all the time. I mean, it would be like a vet doing something like that because you're so familiar with them. And horses are a very personal animal, aren't they?
Yeah,
like dogs.
But to not appreciate the life of the other horses, like to have that relationship with your horse, and then
that's kind of my point, right?
Yeah, forego the life of all the other competing horses.
Like you have to. I mean, and boy, I think Deb's right because again, a little I know about barrel racing is, I mean, that's a team. Like it's a team.
Yeah.
It's not like you're just riding a motorcycle. I mean, that horse and you are working together to get around those barrels as quickly as possible, and the trust issue is a major big deal.
Apparently, she stabbed 3 horses, and they're describing her as "quote unquote" obsessive.
Oh wow, really? Oof. And that is, what's the charge on something like that? Is there an attempted murder on animals charge?
That I don't know.
No, it would be cruelty to animals.
Cruelty. Yeah. And have they all lived?
I'm reading right now.
All right. 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. Well, speaking of animals, I saw a story this weekend that is absolutely crazy. And the funny thing is I've actually had a little bit of experience in this story that we're going to talk about next. I'll tell you what's up right after this.
It's never been easier to listen to Real Radio 104.1 wherever you go. Make us your number one preset on our free iHeartRadio app.
Accident blocking the shoulder, I-4 eastbound before State Route 46. Watch out, there's an object on the roadway blocking the left lane, Greenway northbound after International Drive. Lots of company right now between Parr Street and Colonial Drive on I-4 westbound, and road construction has the left lane closed on Florida's Turnpike southbound before 441. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Capital One. What's in your wallet? Capital One offers no fees or minimums on checking accounts. And most Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One N.A. Member FDIC.
America is turning 250, and iHeartRadio is celebrating with $250,000 in cash. Weekdays through July 4th, listen for your chance to win $2,500 so you can take the ultimate American getaway with iHeartRadio.
This contest brought to you locally by HBN Bath. HBN Bath can transform your bathroom into a beautiful modern space in as little as 1 day. No mess, no hassle. Plus, get 0% financing for 18 months or up to $2,500 off your complete bathroom remodel project. Restrictions apply. Visit hbnusa.com. License number CBC 1255975.
Hi, this is Mark Spain, and we're hiring listing agents. Maybe your kids are self-sufficient now and you're ready to jump back into the workforce. Or perhaps you're stuck in that demanding job and the compensation just doesn't match your hard work. Are you ready for a career move that will be rewarding and earn you the high income you deserve? If you enjoy delivering great customer service and working with people, I want to talk to you. At Mark Spain Real Estate, we have all the components to make you successful as a real estate agent fast. Go to joinmarkspain.com. That's joinmarkspain.com and apply today.
This is Alice Christner inviting you to join us Friday, June 12th at Christner's Prime Steak and Lobster as we celebrate 33 years of legendary dining in Orlando. 100% of dining proceeds will benefit Aspire Health Partners and the Advent Health Cancer Institute, supporting vital mental health and wellness programs in our community. Join us for a memorable night of great food, great company, and giving back. For reservations, call 407-645-4443 or visit Christner'sPrimeSteakandLobster.com. At Christner's, every day is a special occasion.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. The number one mistake people make when getting a mortgage is not comparing their quote. It's so easy to compare at my website, thatmortgageguydon.com.
ThatMortgageGuyDon.com.
Hey, it's Angel from the Monsters, and I'll have your next chance to win tickets to see the 2026 FIFA World Cup, courtesy of Mick Ultra, Friday, June the 5th at 7 p.m., Gators Dockside, Claremont. And if you want to find out where I'll be all month long, visit realradio.fm for your chance to win World Cup tickets.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
The Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty uses their multi-million-dollar marketing system to get your home sold quickly and for top dollar. Google the Nickley Group or visit thenickley.com.
If you want to buy or sell quickly, call Nickley.
Hey, it's the News Junkie, and I don't need to be an attorney to tell you distracted driving is bad. Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt sees the aftermath every day, and it's awful. Do me a favor, eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, and keep it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
There once was a magic... Sorry. At Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, we don't do fairy tales. We do real, like real adventures to Mars or real journeys into the future to see how imagination can really take us to strange new worlds, and real trips into the past where we meet heroes and legends way ahead of their time. Real rockets, real astronauts, real adventure, all at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Discover something real.
Whether it's that check engine light, those streaky wipers, or that DIY fix you've been putting off, now is the time to visit Advance Auto Parts, your first stop for parts, service, and reliability. From quick fixes to big jobs, we've got you covered. Need a new battery, brakes, wipers, oil? Everything you need is right here, along with people who really know cars. With Advance, you can always count on fast, friendly, and dependable service. Never settle for anything less. Visit Advance Auto Parts today.
The first Top Shelf Country Cruise showed out. The bar's set at Exceptional. Don't miss the second sailing in March 2027 aboard the luxurious Celebrity Summit, departing from Tampa with stops in Bimini, Key West, and Cozumel. Plus, performances from some of your favorite country artists, including Riley Green, Chris Young, Lauren Elena, and Randy Houser. Our price guarantee locks in your best deal the moment you book. No surprises. Don't settle for anything less than Top Shelf. Reserve your cabin at TopShelfCountryCruise.com.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped prices on acres of new Hyundais. Visit headquarterhyundai.com.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Hey, how's it, Ohana? Oh, the story with the horses hits hard. I spent a summer up north with my mom's cousin, and her husband used to raise champion, award-winning paint horses. Yeah, the stud they had, he won everything they took him to. They found him dead in a stall, poisoned at one of the horse shows, and the guy that got caught doing it said it was to eliminate the competition, and I wonder if that's the story with these other horses. Aloha.
Aloha. Yeah, I think that was pretty much in the body of the story, brother. That was the reason, right?
Yeah.
That's what they said, yeah. Somebody just texted in and said, because I asked how much a barrel racing horse was, somebody said, this is 15 years ago, I paid this amount for a barrel racing horse. Did you guys see it on the texting service yet?
Yep.
Yeah, 15 grand 15 years ago.
Oh, I'm sure it's the same price now.
It's got to be like, 22 or something now? Maybe more? I don't know. And I don't know if that's a good one. I mean, is 15K a good one? Is that a premium racing horse?
That I do not know.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Call my friends in Ocala and find out.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Got to get them up there in Ocala. Today around 5 o'clock or 5:20 or so, Jeff Stanton's coming in today. He's the VP of Marketing for the Orlando Science Center. And I'm super excited because they opened the dome back up, the planetarium, after a major renovation. And we're going to talk to him about what they have planned and coming up and all the fun stuff that's going on with that, because I'm excited about going back and checking it out.
Yeah.
And apparently they killed it. I know Tom and
sure.
Dan have already been over, and they said it was amazing. All right, 77031. So here's what I want to talk to you guys about. So this is an animal story. And
No, not a bad one
it's
again.
not, no, not well. I mean, it's not bad. No animals pass in this story, or nobody's stabbed in this story. But this was a Reddit story that I saw, and it is kind of an interesting thing because there's a couple dynamics. I'm going to tell you the story, and then I'll kind of start dropping dynamics a little bit, and you can tell me whether or not this is fine or not. Right? So the story goes: a guy called a buddy of his and said, "Hey, look, we're a little overwhelmed right now with life. We need to rehome our dog." All right. The guy says, the friend says, no problem. We'll take the dog. So they took the dog, right? So had the dog, and the dog is now acclimated to the other house. The new home, right?
Yeah, he's been rehomed.
He's been rehomed, right? Exactly the same thing, right? The guy comes back down the road and says, "Hey, look, things have changed in my family. Things have changed in my scenario. And it turns out that I'm going to be able to, to provide for the dog. I understand how awkward this is, but can I get my dog back?"
Nope.
The guy, who is a friend, actually says to him, and by the way, when you read this conversation in the text, because it's in a text, they put the text up online. When you read the conversation, I mean, these people are being like really courteous to each other. This is not a, hey, you son of a bitch, or hey, any of this stuff. I mean, these are buddies who, like, this is a tough situation for both of them. Well, the friend says, "Look, man, like, I'm sorry, but the dog is now already acclimated to the house. We've kind of fallen in love with the dog. The kids have fallen in love with the dog, and I'm not sure how we're going to be able to. I'm not 100 on this. I don't know what's going on."
Yeah.
And the other guy says, "Look, man, I completely understand, blah, 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 but, we would really like the dog back, and I really don't know where else to go or what to do." How long do you think the guy had the dog? The guy said no, by the way. The guy said no.
Yeah, he's keeping the dog.
The guy also offered, he goes, "How about visitation? Like, if you wanted to come over and grab the dog and take him out for a walk or something like that,
I wouldn't trust that.
Maintain your relationship." I mean, the guy even offered that. The guy's being unbelievably cool on a situation that is really difficult because, this guy stepped up to help a buddy when his buddy said, "Hey, look, I got a real big problem here and I need some help." Taking in an animal is no small thing. And by the way, I think it's a lab, so it's no small dog.
And it's different than if he said, "Listen, just till I get on my feet,
right?
Just till I get this situation." That wasn't discussed. It wasn't an option.
None of that. It was
a year and a half. He's had a year and a half.
You think the dog's been there a year and a half?
I was going to say 6 months.
Yeah, a week.
Oh,
that's the parameter I thought that would change things. He's only had the dog for 1 week. And the guy says, "No, I can't give you the dog back."
Well, I mean, because you have to wonder, what changed in your situation so dramatically that when you weren't able to care for the dog a week ago, now you can? Where's the assurance that this isn't going to happen again?
But on the other side of it, this guy introduced him to his kids. I don't know how old the kids are in this scenario, but it would be also cruel to the kids. It's like, hey, we have a dog, and it's our dog now, and he's going away.
They're preteen. I know that. He didn't say exactly how old. He said preteen, so 12 and below.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
So you don't want that. You don't want to have to come home to crying kids every day.
Yeah, I just looked at the texting services. "Oh, come on, give the guy's dog back. It's been a week. Give him the dog back."
It's only a week.
And the guy even admitted, he goes, "Look, I made a gigantic mistake doing this, and I want you to kind of try to understand." And the guy's like, "Look, man, I do understand. But in that same sense, we've had the dog now a week. We've fallen in love with the dog. The kids love the dog. It has only been a week, though."
Knowing it's only a week, I'm starting to lean a little the other way on this.
How long would it have to be? Like, what's the maximum amount of time where you feel? Because I got to tell you, after a week, I would have felt comfortable. Because, by the way, we've rehomed a dog. Remember, when we bought Sadie, we also brought her brother.
Right.
Yeah.
And we realized that we were not going to be able to handle 2 puppies at that time and actually rehome that dog to Code Black, our best friend, right? And they still get to play and hang out and everything like that. And they were looking for a dog. So it worked out perfectly for us.
Yeah.
But I could never go back. Like, even after doing that, after a week of doing that, I would have never gone back and said, "Hey, look, guys, we made a mistake. We would really like Sammy back." And they would be like, no, dude, you're not getting Sammy back. Like, he's part of our family now. Even after 7 days, that would have been the case.
Oh, that could have been the final straw that split up the dynamic duo of
no.
Jimmy and Code Black.
But it's amazing. Like, what's that time limit? Like, I think
the kids changes everything. Because if it were just two adults, I would see after a week, okay, well, we could just say he was here on vacation and you're bringing him back home. But once little kids get involved, then it
but he
becomes-
didn't posit it like that, right? He said, "This is our dog." He introduced that dog to the family. This is our dog now.
That's exactly how he put it.
And for them to kind of now say, "Psych."
Yeah. And by the way, somebody just texted in and said, this situation has to be different or faker. It's not, buddy. I just read this today as a full-blown text messages and the whole thing to prove that it's absolutely real. But it is an interesting story. But I would say that I think that if you go back the next day and go, hey, look, I made a gigantic mistake. Turns out that we do want to keep the dog. Really sorry for this inconvenience. You're the man. Here's a $100 gift card. Go out to dinner, whatever the case may be. Bottle of whiskey for your trouble, whatever. Some token of appreciation to let that person know that they really appreciate them stepping up and saying yes to a scenario like that. But I think if you have the dog 2 weeks, I think a week is tough. I think a week you still have to consider, hey, look, he's our guy.
Yeah.
Give the dog back. We could still see the dog as well. We're friends.
And then go rescue a dog.
Yeah. Maybe
go
something
rescue
like
a
that.
different dog.
But if the dog's with your family a month, I don't think you can come back. I think a month is like, if I have the dog for a month, the dog is all like, I'll give you a good example. This cat that we're watching right now for my daughter.
You mean your cat?
That's your cat now.
So
it's been long enough.
So she came over this weekend. She came over Sunday. And the cat was doing cat stuff. And I said, your cat is crazy. She goes, no. Your cat is crazy. And I'm like, this is not my cat. She goes, I was like, this is your cat. She goes, nope, this is your cat. I'm like, I got bad news for you. This is not my cat. I like this cat. Maybe even love this cat a little.
You love that cat. You take pictures of it and you show them to people.
Yeah, why are you trying to distance yourself from this cat?
The cat
now?
distribution system has already worked in this case. The cat has chosen you.
I'm not part of that equation. I'm not part of the cat distribution center.
Oh, yeah, you are. Oh, yeah. She's
So-
already marked you as hers.
So if she came back and got this cat, that cat's gone. I do adore the cat. The cat's awesome, and it's cool having cat vibes in the house. No question. But if she took the cat back, it would not break my heart if the cat went back.
That kind of sounded like the cat's not going back. I don't know.
I don't think she plans on taking the cat back.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb there, Jimmy. I'm going to go out on a limb there and say you've got yourself a new cat.
And I think cats are different than dogs. I think if you did this with a cat, the guy would be like, yeah, no problem. Because cats are so independent, they don't really become, I guess they are part of the family just because they're in your house. But the cat I have isn't like she's cool, but she's not like having a dog, She's not.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just thinking of all the times, the ways you've talked about her.
I mean,
you're in love with that cat.
She's perfectly fine.
You can have both.
She's perfectly fine, but the thing is, it's not my cat. And if she came back and said, I want the cat back, it would be no problem whatsoever handing that cat back.
Well, cats, you can do that with cats.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Cats and dogs are different because cats don't endear themselves to a family like dogs do. They don't like, do they?
They do in their cat-like way.
Yeah, but I mean, but if you had to pick between a dog and a cat, you'd pick a dog, right? Because I mean, dogs have more personality, more personable kind of traits to humans. It's not like cats.
If your cat, no matter how good a relationship you think you have with your cat, you give that cat with a new family. 3 hours later, you're a history.
You're a memory, dude. It's like Memento, dog. They don't even know who you are. You are gone.
You can see it in a cat when it's like they're doing something, you correct them, they run off like they never, they have no idea what you're talking about. They're just doing something else. They just move on. That's all cats do.
My daughter found this cat in an apartment parking lot like 5 years ago, brought that cat back to life. That cat, and when my daughter left the house the other day, that cat didn't even blink, didn't even know she was gone.
Nope.
When my wife leaves the house every day, Sadie sits by the door just to make sure she just didn't go to the car to get something. To come back in. She will sit there for an hour just waiting for Tori to come back to the house.
That poor dog.
She waits by the door. She knows our schedules. Cats do not care about any of that. It's different.
Because they have their own schedule.
They have their own schedules, and you're not part of it. I don't care how much you feed them.
You love that cat, and that's your cat.
Cat is so fat. She's so fat.
You have to do a better job taking care of your cat. You have to start walking.
She needs to exercise or something. We let her outside. She just kind of goes out in the yard, just blanks around. I don't know where she disappears for 2 hours and shows back up.
You need a cat harness and a leash. Yeah.
I do that with my kids too. That's how they learn how to start fires with
They're
sticks.
back. Just in time for dinner.
Yeah, the resolution of this was the guy did not give the dog back, by the way. He basically said, hey, look, that stands. If I remember right, he said, that stands. You're welcome to come see the dog. The dog can do visits or whatever, but the dog is ours now. It's in our house. You gave the dog to us, and I'm sorry for your situation, but this dog is ours now.
Again, a lot of people are texting us at 77031. The dynamic of the kids is what changed it for a lot of folks.
Yeah.
If it were between two adults, it'd be different.
Doreen texted in, said, oh my God, the exact same thing happened to me. They gave her a beautiful golden retriever because of family issues.
Oh, God.
4 days later, the owner called her in tears, and she gave the dog back.
Yeah. And I think that's a scenario where you have to kind of look at the entire big picture of that and go, how good of a friend are they? What was the scenario? But I agree with Deb, though, because, you don't know if this is going to happen again in 2 weeks. Yeah. You don't know if it's going to happen again. What happens then? Then the guy's not going to come back to you. He's going to go somewhere else because he's already burned your bridge. All right, 77031. That's how you text us. 407-916-1041 is how you call us. Take a little break. Back in a second with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
You should have said, I'm gay, and then done a rep.
I thought about doing that.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Accident blocking the left shoulder, Greenway northbound at International Drive. Also another crash blocking the shoulder I-4 eastbound before 46th. Tapping the brakes on I-4 westbound between Parr Street and Colonial Drive. Also a slow ride I-4 eastbound between 192 and 535. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by USPS Ground Advantage. We mean business.
Pump up the volume. Business moves fast. Pump up the volume. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit theNickLeeGroup.com.
It happens only once a year in Las Vegas.
Our legendary iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
Is back.
Put your hands in the air.
One stage, 2 nights.
Are you ready?
featuring the biggest names in music. Live, loud, and always full of surprises.
We're getting this party going, huh?
Hear it live on iHeartRadio and streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Listen for the reveal of our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Tomorrow morning at 8.
Hey, it's Russ Rollins for HBN USA. Is your bathroom outdated, unattractive, and even unsafe? Well, good news. HBN Bath can transform it into a beautiful, modern space that you're going to love in as little as 1 day. No long, messy remodels, just fast, professional results. Visit HBNUSA.com to schedule your free consultation. Plus, enjoy 0% financing, no payments for 18 months, or up to $2,500 off your project. Visit HBNUSA.com. Restrictions apply. License number CBC 1255975.
Hi, this is Mark Spain, and we're hiring listing agents. Are you ready for a career move that will be rewarding and earn you the high income you deserve? If you enjoy delivering great customer service and working with people, I want to talk to you. Go to joinmarkspain.com and apply today.
Looking for a workout that doesn't feel like a workout? At Crush Yard, wellness is all about movement, connection, and fun, no matter your skill level. Whether you've never picked up a paddle or you play every week, pickleball gets your body moving and your stress levels down. Add in great food, refreshing drinks, and a social atmosphere, and it's wellness you actually want to show up for. Learn more at CrushYard.com.
The game started. Call your dad.
I'm on it, Ma. Hola, Pa.
Hello, hijita. I can't hear you. I'm at the stadium in Monterrey. Goal!
Here to shout goal together. Get nonstop talk, text, and data in the U.S., Mexico, and Canada with T-Mobile, America's best network. Switch on the T-Life app or on T-Mobile.com/connectate. On qualifying plans, not for extended international use. You must reside in the U.S. In primary usage must occur on our network. Best based on analysis by Ookla. Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025.
Whether it's that check engine light, those streaky wipers, or that DIY fix you've been putting off, now is the time to visit Advance Auto Parts, your first stop for parts, service, and reliability. From quick fixes to big jobs, we've got you covered. Need a new battery, brakes, wipers, oil? Everything you need is right here, along with people who really know cars. With Advance, you can always count on fast, friendly, and dependable service. Never settle for anything less. Visit Advance Auto Parts today.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
The first Top Shelf Country Cruise showed out. The bar's set at Exceptional. Don't miss the second sailing in March 2027 aboard the luxurious Celebrity Summit, departing from Tampa with stops in Bimini, Key West, and Cozumel. Plus, performances from some of your favorite country artists, including Riley Green, Chris Young, Lauren Elena, and Randy Houser. Our price guarantee locks in your best deal the moment you book. No surprises. Don't settle for anything less than Top Shelf. Reserve your cabin at TopShelfCountryCruise.com.
Here's a question. How many brokers does it take to insure your business? If you're like most business owners, the answer is way too many. Multiple policies, multiple applications, and no clear view of how it all fits together. And when questions come up, it's not easy to get the clarity you need. SuperSure changes that. One broker for all your business insurance, backed by the team that works for you year-round, not just for renewal. And if you've ever stared at a policy just wondering what it actually covers, SuperSure has a fine print fax tool that translates the legal jargon into plain English so you can understand it. And now you know what's covered and what's not. Right now, you can go to supershore.com and get a full report on your current policies with no obligation. Find out if you're overinsured, underinsured, or somewhere in between. Go to supershore.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Go to supershore.com. That's supershore.com.
Paid for by Supershore Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Yacht Rock Radio on iHeartRadio drops anchor and goes commercial-free every weekend. Weekends were made for smooth sailing. Yacht Rock Radio's got the soundtrack. Just sit back, put your feet up, and enjoy. The smoothest soft rock from the 70s and 80s. Open the free iHeart app, search Yacht Rock, and set sail.
iHeartRadio.
Listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Afternoon, Colbert crew. So, Jimmy, you're 100% correct about bowling alleys. For some reason, their food, it's darn good. Up in Palm Coast, their bowling has been there since like the 70s. And you ask anybody that lives up there, they'll tell you the best place for wings, and it's not even close, is the bowling alley up in Palm Coast.
Jim, as a longtime dog owner, and dogs are not cheap, especially if you get a brand like a Dachshund that's full-blooded or whatever. And if I had a dog that my family loved and adored, and we had it for several years, and I find out that even someone had it for a month, or 6 months, I'm wanting that dog back, and I'll do everything legally in my power to get it back. But I'm wondering, in this story, did they ever try to truly reach out and find the owner? That's a big factor.
Well, the owner was like, they were buddies. It'd be like if I called up Jack and said, hey, look, I'm in a scenario where I can't tend for this dog anymore. It's just too much. We got a new baby. We're moving, change jobs, whatever the case may be. Is there any way that you could take over the responsibility of this dog? And,
yes.
And Jack said, absolutely. I'll take your dog in. I understand that. I'll gladly help. Jack takes the dog in. Jack's got his kids. Everybody's playing with the dog. It's brand new to the family. Everybody's loving the dog. And then I go back a week later and say, hey, look, buddy, some things have changed. My situation's changed. And although I deeply appreciate you stepping up and taking care of this animal for me and making that commitment, I'd like the dog back.
And I would say, screw you, Colbert. We've already bonded. In fact, my wife already dyed the dog's hair purple.
That's the truest thing in the world. That would be the truest part of the entire story. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
And Jack is here as well.
Yo.
And by the way, cost of animal, raising an animal, stay tuned because we have a story on that coming up a little bit later today.
Really?
And it's interesting because it breaks down how much your dog or cat actually costs you per year. And it's a little shocking.
How much in sleep? Because
it's a little shocking. I'm going to be honest with you.
I think a texter nailed this. I love the attitude, too. I've had my fat, stupid cat for 12 years. He wakes me and my wife up every morning at 4:30 to be fed, even when there's food in the bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, let's just go ahead and get to that now. This is a Fox 35 story, so this is a local story. It says the cost of owning a cat or dog has risen what percent in just the last year?
Oh, my.
15.
That's exactly the number.
Really?
Yeah, exactly. 15%, according to pet
I think
parents.
you guys are cheating off each other.
No.
According to pet parents surveyed by Rover, the sizable increase is making it really harder
there we go.
to cover the cost of care. Let me go down to the numbers here and see exactly what it cost. Upfront, blah, 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 blah. Okay, upfront on a cat. That's an upfront cost of cat parenthood. The low end is...
Annually?
Yeah. And by the way, it says this is everything you need. Like this is grooming, this is vet stuff, this is food, this is medical care, this is everything.
$700 a year.
Ooh, that's really good. That's the low end. You're exactly right. $705 is the low end.
High end, $1,500.
Oh, it could go to $1,000.
Yeah, $3,000.
Yeah.
$3,000. It says upfront pet ownership includes adoption fees, vaccines, initial vet exams, spaying and neutering, food treats, grooming, stuff like that, microchips, whatever. Okay, low end of
Which
dog.
is why you always want to go, with a shelter, because so many of those costs are lopped right off the top.
Yes.
They take care of the spaying and the neutering. They take care of the microchipping. They give you your first dose of vaccines. The animal has already had it. So, I mean, in that case, you definitely adopt, don't shop.
Yeah, and especially, well, if you are not adopting, what's the other thing? If you're just kind of taking
If
care.
you're fostering?
If you're fostering, they even provide the food.
Yeah, and the crates, and the bedding, and the litter box.
Upfront cost of dog parenthood, low end. You first.
$1,000.
Oh, $1,500.
$1,200. So you got to split that almost, right? And then the high end of owning a dog.
$5,000.
$10,000.
Yeah, $5,000, like
nice.
$4,650. Guys, think about that.
Well, there's the flea medication, there's the heartworm medication, there's the regular vet visit. Jack, I'm sure you don't bring your cats to the vet nearly as often as you brought Jeter.
What's a vet?
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
$400 a month. That's a jet ski payment.
Yeah.
Like $400 a month for your dog. I don't think ours cost that much, but I think they factor it out because all you need is one visit to the vet.
That's it.
It's all you need. And it could be for anything. When my dog got dehydrated and she was a little loopy, we took her in and we're like, oh, she's dehydrated. We'll inject a bunch of water in her back. And so she comes back and she looks like she's pregnant on her back with this big thing of water. And the next day playing like nothing. I'm like, bitch, that was $900. That was $900 because you didn't drink water. That's exactly what I paid. $1,000 because my dog just didn't feel like drinking water.
If you can leave a vet visit for under $100, consider yourself way ahead of the game.
You did some kind of sexual favor while you were there.
That's the cover charge you get into a vet now. You got to pay
Personal
$100. You got to pay $100 just to make an appointment now. Look, I'm telling you, I don't think it's possible to get into a vet's office and out for under $100. Isn't the visit just $95? Before they do anything? I mean, the humping's free. Yeah, it says by the numbers, when it comes to annual cost, pet parents should be prepared to spend anywhere from $840 to $6,000, depending on the breed. And of course, I guess isn't the Frenchies and the English Bulldogs are some of the worst because they have to be in there for sinus issues or infections because of the way they're bred.
The skin issue, like if you don't use Stridex pads on an English Bulldog, they'll get acne.
Aw.
$3,600 for a cat for pet ownership, not startup. And the average cost of a dog, once the dog is grown,
doesn't cost us that much.
is the low end is $1,600 and the high end is $6,000.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, Dexter was a little bit more expensive. Well, namely because the food, we fed him good food, so the food is like what, $70 a bag or whatever it was, and you get the giant bags, the ones you have to carry on your shoulder.
Yeah.
And then everything that he touched was expensive. Everything was expensive. Grooming was expensive. It was $180 to get him groomed, or taking him to the vet was expensive. Everything was, a couple $100. He was an expensive dog. This thing we have now is like plug and play, except for that stupid drinking issue. I was so pissed off I can't even tell you how mad I was.
Oh yeah, no.
I mean, I'm not. I'm not real mad. I'm just. It's irritating mad. I real mad is when you start frothing in the mouth. Irritating mad is just when I start screaming.
It's like when it's something so avoidable. Like we learned the hard way and the expensive way that you don't give a dog a ham bone.
Right. Exactly. Right. Or chicken bones or anything.
Yeah.
Like that.
And at the time Jeter chewed it all up, and so it was all just sitting in his belly. So vet visit, medicine, all that stuff, several $100s, because we thought we were giving him a treat.
Right.
Oh yeah. You thought you were being a good boy.
Yeah.
Lifetime cost of dog parenthood. In other words, the entire lifetime of your dog. My dog is small, so she will live to be probably 14 or 15 if she doesn't have a problem or get hurt or anything like that. My big dog lived well beyond his years. He was supposed to die between 8 and 9. He made it till
he was 13.
13 years old when he passed away.
Which is for a giant breed. That's
that's long.
It's forever.
That is.
How much do you think the lifetime cost of low end of being a dog parent in the lifetime of the dog? Low end.
15,000.
I'll say 20,000.
Yeah,
$20,000 is the answer.
Yeah.
Wow.
$19,840. 20 grand. 20.
Low end.
That's low end. How much for the high end?
50.
65.
$58,875. So when you go home today and you look at your dog and you pick that dog up and you cuddle that dog and you snuggle that dog and you tell that
we're
dog,
cat people here.
You tell that dog how much you love it.
This is all on you.
Oh, kisses and so many cuddles, everything. Every single one of you. It's 50 or 60 grand. That's a college education somewhere. Maybe not here. That's definitely a Valencia. That'll get you through Valencia. God, that's unbelievable. And cats are actually,
that counts. Don't knock it.
And tell me this: why is the lifetime of a cat more expensive? Is it because they just live longer all the time? Because cats live to be like 17, 18 years old all the time, right?
I mean, they can.
Yes, $72,000 for the high end of cat life.
Although
the low end is 10.
Maybe they have more medical issues towards the end.
Yeah, I think maybe that's the case, dude. Because if you look at the low end,
well, let's research this because I've got some work to do to get rid of some cats.
It's half the cost of the low end of a dog, but the high end it's $20,000 more. So it has to be something like that.
Yeah, like feline leukemia.
Yeah, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
God, dog, that's so expensive, man. I'd have never thought.
Now compare that to having children.
Oh no, children are like $1 million. Like $250,000 a piece or something to get those some bitches to adulthood. And that's just where it starts.
Yeah, but they're like lottery tickets. You send them out in the world and they may make it big and buy you a house one day.
Oh, yeah, Jack.
Happens all the time.
Right. You and I should get together after the show and write all those instances down. Like that kid that went out there and won the lottery, wouldn't give his parents any money.
They asked for too much.
What do you think you're owed? Like if your daughter won the lottery for like $10 million, what do you think they owe you?
Out of 10 mil.
Is it different per kid? I got 4 kids, and I got to tell you, if they each won $10 million, I'd want different numbers from every one of them.
Yeah.
You were a giant pain in the ass.
Oh.
You're definitely $3 million.
Oh,
you know what?
Yeah.
You were pretty easy. I'm gonna let you off for $1.5 million.
Yeah, there is definitely a gradual scale on the level of investment.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There is no doubt there.
You got one plug and play, and one's a little stickier.
Yeah.
I got that one as well. I've got those. Oh, if my son wanted, he better give it all to me. I want it all. I'll tell you, I'll let you keep 500. You give me the balance.
Well, it was like that other kid who, her mom is paying for her cell phone and car payment.
Yeah.
And then when mom talks about retiring, the kid's like, I hope you're not thinking I'm going to help you.
God,
I didn't ask to be born.
Oh, I couldn't imagine anybody saying that to me. I had a daughter that went through that phase when she was very young, and I think I slapped it out of her.
Yeah, but
I'm
this is like 22, 23. This is a grown person who should be paying their own bills. And while you're, as the parent, helping, because a lot of parents are doing that.
Sure.
Helping their adult kids make ends meet and giving them a place to crash till they can save a down payment to buy a house. But that's not when you look at that parent and say, hey, about 30 years from now, you're on your own.
Yeah, but I saw this was years ago, something about a guy at his kid's graduation gave him an invoice just to let him see how much it cost to get him to that point.
It's not like he was looking for.
He wasn't, but it was an itemized invoice for every year of his life, and they just kind of estimated how much everything cost, and he handed it to him at graduation and said, "This is what you're looking at, dog. This got you to 18 years old." And it was obviously. Like I could do a 4-year span of my athletes when they were doing club ball and just tell you it is beyond belief what those people charge for club sports. It's ridiculous. We had 2 of them doing it.
Oh, they
Insane.
say that's the most expensive sports.
Yeah.
Like if your kids are in that club ball where they're traveling.
Yeah, it's a joke. And then you're feeding those kids a gallon of milk a day, a gallon, 2 gallons a day, every day, bread every day. 10 pounds of chicken every 3 days. Yeah, it's just so expensive. I'd rather have dogs.
There's our full circle moment.
They listen and don't ask for stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah. I would certainly expect a little bit of money if my kids won the lottery. There's no question. I'd probably want 10% of something like that. I wouldn't invoice them by any means, and I would never even ask for a penny. But deep inside, I would have a burning hate.
Yeah.
A burning hate if I didn't at least get 10%.
It's really hard to kind of suppress those passive-aggressive comments for too long.
Especially you, buddy. Well, you wouldn't see them again. Trust me.
Every birthday card.
They'd build a place in California. You'd never see them again. Trust me when I tell you. You get my kids $10 million. You might as well just wipe them off the earth. I'm never hearing from them again.
If you flip this birthday card over, you'll see the cost is a much greater percentage of my net worth than it is yours, but I'm sending it nonetheless.
All right, 407-916-1041. Again, you can always text us at 77031. Yeah, when I saw that story today about how much it costs to get a dog to adulthood or whatever, that was a shocking number. And the funny thing is, it's like that thing, like you don't think about it after 20 years or owning a dog for 13 or 14 years. It's just your dog.
Right.
You don't think about that. And then you look at that number and then you look at it different. You're like, God dang, 50 grand? Like 50 grand?
Well, I think that depends on the dog, the training, all kinds of things.
Well, I mean, the lady, think about the guy who bought his daughter a horse, $15,000 for a horse. I mean, Jim Phillips used to talk about that all the time, how much it costs to have a horse. He looked at me one time and I was like, how's the horse thing going? I asked him, I'm like, how's your horse life going? He looks at me and he just looks up from his paper and says, never buy anything that eats while you sleep. And then that was it. And then boarding them and then riding them and then paying to take care of them because people do that for you if you don't want to do it yourself.
Yeah.
And it's not cheap.
Somebody texted us earlier about the barrel horses.
The barrel, yeah.
We talked about the one who was able to get one for $15,000 15 years ago. Now I guess they go between like 50 to 75.
God, dog, that is so insane. And what's the life expectancy for a horse? If they're treated well, they can live into their 30s, right? 30,
I believe so.
30 or 40 years old, something?
Yeah.
All right, 77031. That's how you text us.
That was 3 segments straight of animal stories.
I know, it's
You
crazy.
realize that?
It's just packed. It was just kind of hit like that today.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild. All right, 77031. That's how you text us. Let's take a break. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
AI doesn't feel rage or joy or shame. We feel all 3, usually before we're out of bed. Real Radio 104.1, guaranteed human.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
We are tracking hit or miss showers and thunderstorms for our Monday evening. Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. Not a washout, but with all the tropical moisture, watching out for some torrential rain and any stronger storm, as well as some brief gusty wind. These will fade away through the early part of the night. We'll have temperatures dipping back into the low to mid 70s, staying humid out there. The air you can wear, that's for sure. Our Tuesday features a cold frontal passage, believe it or not, one working in, and this brings more numerous showers and thunderstorms. A few could be on the strong to even severe side. We do have a low-end risk of severe weather, with gusty wind being the main hazard Tuesday afternoon and evening. We'll be watching out for that with highs near 90. From the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist TJ Springer.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. Thousands of homeowners have trusted us for their blinds that are easy to order, affordable, and guaranteed to fit. You measure at home, install yourself, and enjoy blinds made exactly for your windows. Blindster.com.
This station is participating in a nationwide text to win sweepstakes. Retweet day up to 3 lucky winners who win a trip for 2 to the 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival on September 18th and 19th in Las Vegas, Nevada, and a $1,000 gift card. For more information about the sweepstakes, go to the station's website and click the contests tab.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. I can get you pre-approved in as little as 1 day, even if you're a first-time homebuyer. Get answers today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.
How will we ever defeat the British?
By remembering what we're fighting for. General, a country of our own that will one day celebrate 250 years.
How will we celebrate, sir?
By going to Headquarter Hyundai, where every vehicle is $99 down.
99, sir?
Yes, $99 down at Headquarter Hyundai. Here. Great price reductions on 250 vehicles.
It sounds glorious, sir.
Oh, it is. America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty with Hyundai Assurance, new Tucsons, Elantras. Pay thousands less and get 0% financing for 60 months.
That credit, sir?
Those with a job and $99 shall drive away. Every vehicle, $99 down.
The 250 sales event
at Headquarter Hyundai, just off I-4 on Reinhardt Road in Sanford Lake Mary. HeadquarterHyundai.com.
HeadquarterHyundai.com.
And no tax, right, sir? Well, plus tax and tag. Visit HeadquarterHyundai.com.
Hey, Space Coast, storm season is here. Is your home ready? Renewal by Andersen is offering storm season savings with buy one, get one, 40% off windows and doors, plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 1 full year. Storms and hurricanes have caused tens of billions of dollars in damage across Florida annually, and that means now is the perfect time to prepare your home before the next storm is on the radar. Renewal by Andersen's Acclaim Impact Windows and Doors are built for Florida homes and designed to help stand up to severe weather. Living along the Florida coast means dealing with intense sun, high humidity, and of course, storm season. So upgrade your home with strength and durability you can trust and protect the things that matter most to you this storm season. Schedule a free in-home design consultation where their experts will guide you through the full replacement process from design to install. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com and choose your savings today, or stop by their showroom off of Lee Road in Winter Park. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
Municipal bonds don't get the media coverage the stock market does. But if you're looking for a potential source of tax-free income, now may be the time to consider municipal bonds from Henyon & Walsh. If you have at least $10,000 to invest, call and talk to a tax-free bond specialist at 800-761-9761. We'll send you our exclusive bond guide, free, with details about how bonds may be an important part of your portfolio. Henyon & Walsh has specialized in fixed income and growth solutions for over 35 years and offers high-quality municipal bonds that are tax-free and, according to Moody's research, have been historically low risk. Call today to request your free bond guide. 800-761-9761. That's 800-761-9761. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Income may be subject to state, local, or federal alternative minimum tax. Securities offered by Henyon & Walsh, Inc., member FINRA, SIPC.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
I move mountains for a living. Literally.
That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
48 countries.
Only one winner.
iHeartRadio and Fox Sports are bringing you every match of FIFA World Cup 2026.
Live. Every unforgettable moment wherever you are. Lock in your preset now on the free iHeartRadio app.
The world will be listening.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Need a new roof or windows? Visit hbnusa.com.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks for tuning in today. Appreciate that very much. Hope you've had a good Monday here on the very first day of June. Seems normal.
Yeah.
That half the year's gone already. That seems pretty fine.
Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here. Everything's fine. Just 5 months, just air-mailed my ass. No absolute, no clue whatsoever. Just literally air-mail. Look what I did to my scalp.
Oh, boy.
I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here. And
Hi there.
You know, I learned something today. I love learning. You guys know that, right?
Yep.
I love learning stuff. I learned something today I never knew. And it's so funny because I learned this from a Carnival Cruise Line ad or a statement, which I did not know. It was actually up online today, and I did not have any idea that this was the case. There's something that's certainly popular in a... Oh God, how do I word this to make it fun? There's something that Americans I learned today that you cannot wear camouflage in the Bahamas as a citizen.
Really?
Or Belize, or there's like 9 nations in the Caribbean, and you cannot wear any form of camouflage at all as a citizen. And the Carnival thing that I saw today was it tells people who are sailing on Carnival, remember, when you go to the Bahamas or Belize, and I can find this list. I think Barbados is in there as well. I think it's 8 or 9 Caribbean nations will not allow you to wear any iteration of camouflage at all as a citizen on their property, on their soil.
So no camo bikinis.
No camo anything. No camouflage.
Interesting.
No pink and gray camo, because a lot of that became hot for a while, or that light blue, or any standard camo. You cannot wear camouflage on those islands at all.
So that's surprising. Recently, I was on a Holland America cruise. We went to the Bahamas. Not one word about this.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And that
right?
is a subsidiary of Carnival.
Is it really?
Yeah, Holland. Yeah.
And I actually double checked it. To make sure, is camouflage illegal in the Bahamas? And that's AI. It says, yes, camouflage is illegal for civilians to wear in the Bahamas. It also says Jamaica, where you go all the time, Barbados, Antigua, Barbuda, St. Lucia, Trinidad, Tobago, Grenada, Dominica, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You cannot wear camouflage in any of those. And I guess, what do you think?
So you don't
look like
misrepresent like you're part of the military
or a militia of some sort.
Yeah, guerrilla.
Yeah, or guerrilla warfare kind of thing. Never knew that until today.
Wow.
And it's wild that they didn't do that on Holland because can I tell you something? I've sailed on celebrity cruises and a number of cruises to the Bahamas, and they never made a point to mention that on any of the boats. There was never a thing. Oh, by the way, remember, you can't wear camo in the Bahamas. They just said it to Carnival.
For all the cruising, you figured you would have come across that message, but it seems like it's odd that it's that strict a rule, yet one that's not that well known.
Never talked about it.
Yeah, it says the Bahamas is not alone in enforcing this rule. If you're taking a cruise or island hopping, you should leave your camouflage items at home entirely, as it's also strictly outlawed for civilians in many other Caribbean nations, the ones I just named.
Well, speaking of Carnival, so have you guys sailed Carnival anytime soon?
I haven't sailed Carnival in years.
How about you, Jack? You haven't been on Carnival anytime soon?
No, it's been a while.
Because Carnival Corporation says a cyber criminal breached its IT system in mid-April. And the company says the hacker may have made off with names, addresses, phone numbers, birth dates, and driver's license and passport numbers.
Wow, really? Well, just another breach. Well, it's
another
breach.
Another breach.
Another day in the super safe digital world.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
By the way, back to this thing. It says the ban applies universally to all civilian clothing, regardless of whether it's an official uniform or a casual fashion choice. And it says anything you can wear: shirts, shorts, hats, swimsuits, Crocs. You can't even have camouflage Crocs. Backpacks, purses, belts, nothing. And it applies to all patterns of camo. Pink, black, blue, gray, it doesn't matter.
Well, someone just texted at 77031. A lot of police in other countries wear camo as opposed to solid color. So maybe they don't want you misrepresenting that you're part of the military or part of law enforcement.
And it says if you're caught wearing camo off a cruise ship or out in public, the authorities will confiscate the item and order you to return to your ship or a hotel to change. And they can issue heavy fines or even make an arrest. So I guess if you're on one of those islands and you're wearing camo and they approach you and say, hey, look, just so you know, here in the Bahamas, you can't wear camouflage as a citizen. You need to go back to the ship and change. And you go, I'm not doing that. And I go, well, okay. How about we do this then?
Yeah. Gray Bar Motel.
Here's $1,000 fine.
Right.
And we'll run your ass into a Bahamian jail if you'd like.
Wow.
And the funny thing is the AI, it doesn't say why. I mean, I'm sure. Is that what you were just reading it from?
No, just the texting service weighing in and saying, I just assume that you're not being allowed to wear camo is so that you're not people aren't being confused that you are part of the military.
That's what it has to be. It has to be that. Because, I mean, if you think about, especially... Yeah, it says wearing camouflage is heavily restricted in the Bahamas. The pattern is exclusively reserved for military and law enforcement personnel. So assuming that that's the case, I guess anybody in camo is just kind of automatically recognized like we would see in a police uniform. You can't. Can you wear a police uniform?
No, I wouldn't think so.
Well, for Halloween, you certainly can, right?
Yeah.
But you can't can you just walk
I guess really it depends on the authenticity, right? How good of a costume is it?
Could you just walk around dressed like a cop without a gun or a badge? You could have a fake badge and it just says fake cop. You could have that the whole 9 yards. Is that illegal to walk around dressed exactly like a cop except for the utility belt?
At what point does it become impersonating a police officer?
I think when you choose action, right?
It would have to be, right?
Yeah.
It is generally not illegal to wear a police-like uniform for events like costume parties, plays, or conventions, as long as it is a generic or clearly distinguishable costume. However, there are strict rules to keep in mind to ensure you do not cross the line into impersonating an officer.
Yeah, but I think that has to be an action, though, right? Like if I were
official badges, your costume can't have an exact replica of an official badge.
Okay, so it can't look like a badge, even though it's a fake one. It can't look like it.
Do not pretend to have authority. I mean, we've had quite a few people be arrested for impersonating an officer.
Yeah, but that's an action they took, though. That's the thing is they took an action. They pulled somebody over with a fake light or something.
Texter says they will not let you off of a cruise ship if you're wearing camo in these places. Someone else texts in that they say they've personally seen where police have taken the clothes off of a man in public or go to jail in Trinidad. And yes, it's a military police thing.
Wow. What they should have is like a giant fat, like a T-shirt that you could just throw over it or whatever to kind of get you back. Because, I mean, taking somebody's clothes off is kind of, that's kind of.
I'm thinking of the girl in the camo bikini.
Oh, yeah. What are you going to do with that one? That's what I'm saying. It's like, have just like one of those big cheap T-shirts or something and just give them that. That's what they do at Disney, right? If you try to walk into Disney, or if you walk in there and you're wearing 2 T-shirts and you pull it off and something, it says a curse word or whatever, they'll make you either leave the park or give you some standard generic T-shirt that you can just wear for the rest of the day, right?
Yeah. I don't know if they give it to you. Yeah, or they make you buy it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do they?
I don't know.
Is that how you get a free T-shirt? Walk in there with get into Disney with the F word on your T-shirt?
Well, it is formerly. I don't know if Gay Days. Is it still the first weekend in June? But
wow,
because it is Gay Pride Month. However, when Gay Days were at Disney and they would to celebrate, they would wear red
shirt.
And so when families would go, if someone was wearing red, I believe they would offer, if they asked, they would offer that person to replace their red shirt.
That's exactly right.
Because they wouldn't be part of the group.
But that is a lot different than coming in with a T-shirt with a profanity on it or something that is kind of divisive, right?
Like
that would be...
Like the Johnny Cash middle finger shirt?
Yeah, or something like that.
I love that.
Or something just with the F word or the S word or a word that's not usually like printed on T-shirts.
Yeah.
I've always wanted that Johnny Cash T-shirt.
Oh, yeah. Pretty good one. Like, I would think that they would give you, like, they have a standard kind of cover-up T-shirt that they would allow you to do that. I can't imagine
they make a garbage bag.
They make you buy a $35 Disney T-shirt, but who knows? You're the dumbass that wore an F-word shirt to Disney. They shouldn't reward that, should they?
They've got you by the short hairs.
When you were there, did they do that?
I don't remember that. But
she was inside an attraction, though. You weren't.
Yeah.
Oh, no. We would have to do greeting and stand outside.
Oh, okay.
That was real fun because then you'd be wearing a starched white cotton shirt that buttoned up to here with your bow tie. There wouldn't be enough time to change in between your shift.
That's not a breather, you're saying?
And then on top of that, you would wear a long sleeve orange polyester jacket.
Oh, man.
And when you work there, you're not allowed to touch your face to wipe sweat off.
Yeah, you can't do anything.
You're not allowed to complain about the heat and humidity to guests.
How much training do they have for all the things you're not allowed to do?
S-load.
Yeah.
Like you can't wear colored undergarments. You couldn't wear, the time that I was working there, your earrings had to be smaller than a dime.
But it's different now, though, right? Because now you can have
different.
beards and tattoos and all kinds of stuff, can't you?
It is different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031.
Good times.
Yeah. I've got another great topic from Reddit when we get back. It's and I have to tell you, I know for a fact that I had a little of this when I was younger.
OCD.
No, it's not OCD, and you're gonna freak out.
Halitosis.
And I want. Here's the thing. Nothing's creepy now, all right? Because we're all adults.
Uh-oh.
Nothing's creepy now.
No, that's not true.
Oh, come on.
Nothing
was it?
No.
Who'd you have to crush on?
Nothing's creepy now. But when we get back, I'm gonna tell you about
It's creepy.
This Reddit story that is kind of crazy, and I want everybody to be honest. Next.
Your chance to win $2,500 is just minutes away with the $250K USA giveaway, presented by HBN Bath on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Not too many traffic hassles to report at this hour. A little bit of a slow ride I-4 westbound between Parr Street and Colonial Drive. Construction blocking the left lane, Florida Turnpike southbound before 441, and some long-term road construction going on both I-4 eastbound and westbound at 535. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. Thousands of homeowners have trusted us for their blinds that are easy to order, affordable, and guaranteed to fit. You measure at home, install yourself, and enjoy blinds made exactly for your windows. Blindster.com.
And June is Men's Health Month. That's super important. Here's why. Because guys are hard-headed. They do not want to go to the doctor. They don't want to check up. They're just going to tough it out. We'll rub some dirt on it. It'll be better tomorrow. That does not work when you consider that heart disease is the #1 killer in the U.S. And in some of those cases, you will never get a symptom. You will literally just fall dead. And that's something you really need to think about out there, guys, when you're going to toughen it out, because the guys over at Life Imaging FLA want you to stop doing that. Stop ignoring symptoms, delaying doctor visits, and stop waiting till something feels wrong before you take action. That's called being reactive. You want to be proactive. Get over to Life Imaging FLA and get this free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. You want to be around for all those Father's Days? Want to be around for Christmas and Thanksgiving? Life Imaging FLA can certainly help you do that with this heart scan, and it's so easy to make your appointment. Just simply pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. They will connect you in seconds. Remember, there are no dyes. You do not take off your clothes. This entire process only takes a few minutes. And remember, when you're there, ask about their cancer screening as well, because early detection saves lives. It's at Life Imaging FLA.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Is your financial advisor managing your risk or just a spreadsheet? Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. Many financial advisors rely on target date funds, which are one-size-fits-all portfolios that don't know your name, your family, or your goals. And that passive management can leave you dangerously exposed. At Trajan, we look at the whole picture, not just the stocks everyone else buys, but the private market opportunities most advisors ignore. And as fiduciaries, we build a strategy around you, coordinating your investments, tax strategy, and estate into one cohesive plan. Your financial life deserves more than just a generic portfolio. Real planning isn't a stack of statements. It's the confidence of knowing where your income will come from for the next 30 years. Good enough isn't good enough for your family. It's time for a change. Schedule your complimentary consultation today. Call 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Private equity investments require accreditation. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Kick off the summer with a stress-free way to sell your home with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. You'll save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle. Hi, this is Mark Spain. The guaranteed offer is the simplest way to sell your home. With our guaranteed offer, you're always in control. You can eliminate all the hassle, sell your home for top dollar, and move when you're ready. There are no showings, no open houses, and no stress. One of our clients, Selena, said, Mark Spain Real Estate was phenomenal. Prior to working with Mark Spain Real Estate, my house had been on the market for over 3 months with no success. After I met with Mark Spain Real Estate, they completely turned things around for me. I closed on the sale quickly, just as they promised. Mark Spain Real Estate is the #1 most reviewed real estate company in the U.S. with over 13,000 5-star reviews. Trust us to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Find out what your guaranteed offer would be and close in as little as 21 days. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Insurance companies don't want you to hire an attorney so they can pay you pennies on the dollar for your injuries. But I don't cost you a dime unless I get you money. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Don't get pushed around by the insurance companies. Just call Mo.
This is Greg Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory. Short power naps can boost energy, but napping after 3 p.m. or for longer than 20 minutes can make it harder to fall asleep at night. For more sleep tips, visit originalmattress.com.
Kick off the summer with a stress-free way to sell your home with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. You'll save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle. Hi, this is Mark Spain. The guaranteed offer is the simplest way to sell your home. With our guaranteed offer, you're always in control. You can eliminate all the hassle, sell your home for top dollar, and move when you're ready. There are no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
What's your case worth? Injury.com by Morgan & Morgan. Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Now, your chance to win $2,500. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Travel. That's travel. Enter it now.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
a 5XL white t-shirt with black block letters that says, "All I packed was camo, so now I'm forced to Porky Pig in the Bahamas."
All right, I got another one, but just I'm warning you, this is a sad one.
Hey, Jimmy. Scott from Tennessee. Funny you're having a conversation about animals today. I just put my 16-year-old dog to sleep today. And it's pretty hard.
Yes.
But I'll keep listening. Love you guys.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah, there's
That's
nothing.
tough,
there's
man.
nothing in the world that sucks more than
Nope.
that. There is nothing. Look, man, I got to tell you, and again, every time we talk about this, I blow this company up because they're so amazing. When Dex passed, he was 185 pounds, and his spine. I mean, he's 13 years old as a big dog, and we knew what was going to happen. I mean, we knew that he was going to move a certain way, and it was going to cause that thing where he just he paralyzes himself,
Yeah.
and that's exactly what happened. His foot slipped out from under him on the kitchen floor, and a big yipe, and he wouldn't let us touch him. And we called Laps of Love, and they came in and did the thing they had to do. And it was the most amazing experience. They took what was one of the most difficult things ever and made it into a palatable situation where, we could do this with dignity and
he was home.
And he was home. It was
He was
crazy.
with his people.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was in his house.
I've heard great things about that.
It was such an amazing experience considering everything. I don't want to say amazing because my dog did pass away, but in that same sense, did it with dignity, did it on our terms. We got a paw print beforehand. We get to say bye. It was an absolute dream. And the tech that came and did it was even better. I mean, she was from Europe. So she says, she's seen people go through this. So she understood and kind of talked us through it. And it was just great, man. She made as bad a situation as good as it could possibly be.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Somebody also said, by the way, that you cannot wear camouflage if you're going to visit someone in prison.
Yeah, I saw that earlier. That's crazy.
Is that here?
Yeah.
Like in America?
That's what they said.
Apparently.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, they're not going to do it in the Bahamas. Like, hey, look, you can't come and chill on the island, but you can go to a prison.
I don't have any camo. I used to. I think there was a minute, like high school age in the 80s, I had camo pants.
I had a pair of camo cargo shorts.
Okay.
And they were some of the best fitting shorts I ever had. And I used to wear them as a, just kind of working around the yard one.
Yes, you cannot wear camouflage to a prison.
It's so crazy. How do we not know that? How do we live here for 60 years almost and have no idea? I can't go visit a prisoner in camouflage.
I just realized my flip-flops, true story, that the straps on them are camo.
Wow.
And I wore them in the Bahamas a month ago.
Wow.
And I got away with it.
Look at you,
I'm
rebel.
a rebel.
You're a rebel. All right.
Here we go. So the thing that you said isn't creepy.
And then Natalie texted in and said, well, you just made it creepy.
Because you did.
100%.
Okay, so
there's no way it's not creepy. now.
It's creepy now.
It's a Reddit thing. Everybody kind of knows where we're going here. Obviously, Jack kind of blew it out of the water.
What?
This girl on Reddit says that her male cousin came up and admitted to her that she had a massive crush, or that he had a massive crush on her. So the woman was writing the thing and said that, what do I do? It was like, not an am I the a-hole? You genuinely looking for advice, saying, hey, look, I'm 22 years old, single, have been for a while, have a beautiful relationship with my entire family. And the cousin that said this to me, we have been close friends since we were very young. The family's very close. Cousins saw each other all the time, weekends together. The family was very close. And the boy cousin told her, hey, look, I feel like I need to tell you this. I don't know why. He's 2 years younger than she is, if I remember right. So he's 19, she's 21. And he said, hey, look, I've had a crush on you my entire life. And the weird thing about the letter, if I remember how it was written, is she didn't really say what she expected that to get. He just felt he had to tell her. I don't even think, if I remember the thing, I don't even think he expected like a relationship. He just felt he had to tell her.
Hey, you got to take your shot.
But that's normal though, right? It's normal.
Yes, I think so.
It's completely normal especially if you have a family member that you're around a lot and they have to be attractive. It could be from male to female or female to male. It doesn't really matter. I don't think there's like an equation of how that works out, but that's a normal thing, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever have a crush on somebody in your family?
No.
You never did? Mm-mm. I did. Twice, actually. I had a cousin that was older than me, so it was way different. Obviously, I would have been probably 12 or 13. She would have been like 16, 17, developed, all that stuff.
And you were the cute little kid.
And her brother, my other cousin, was one of my closest friends as a cousin family member, because we were the same age, had a lot of stuff in common, sports and hunting and riding motorcycles and stuff like that. And by the way, she was adopted. So she wasn't really even blood.
Okay.
She wasn't blood. Well, of course, I didn't know that.
Wish you had.
I mean, I gotta tell you, I didn't know that mattered. But I mean, you had that like fleeting crush where you would never do anything. You would never be gross or anything. But you just a fleeting crush.
You're aware of the other sex.
Yes.
And then suddenly you're around someone who's pretty and not living in your house.
Yeah.
And you're like,
yeah.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Somebody I see frequently. Yeah. Somebody that's very comfortable.
Someone you can do those early flex on,
Yeah.
It's not the same risk as if you're doing it, using that move on a girl at school and get laughed at.
I have one of those distant cousins that was kind of cute too, but I don't even really know, because in the South, by the way, everybody says they're related. Oh, that's my aunt. It's not your aunt. It's a friend of your mom, been around for a while. Yeah, we have a lot of that. So I would have that friend had known mom for a while, and that she had a daughter, and that girl, she was really cute. I had her. And here's the thing, I had it for her pretty good, but she wasn't family. She was one of those like Southern, you're part of the family, but not really part of the family scenario. You, Jack? Did you ever have a cousin have a crush on you by any chance?
Wasn't a cousin.
Oh,
however,
this is even better. Yeah. Because you do have 7 sisters.
No. Yeah, and then when my mom, after my dad passed, after 5 years or so, 6 years, my mom got remarried. And so my stepdad already had 2 daughters and 2 sons.
Here we go.
And the youngest...
There's a category for this.
The youngest... she was, I think, maybe 2 years older than me.
Uh-huh.
I was 13 at the time. I'm just saying.
Buddy, listen.
I'm just saying. She was very pretty. That's all I'm saying.
And by the way, this all happened in the 70s, where bras were an option, for the record. So your boy had a lot of eyefuls there. By the way, somebody just texted and said, all caps, not normal. I disagree wholeheartedly.
I do as well.
Can I tell you
Says
something?
the 2 guys who admitted to it.
Yeah, I know.
And it's pretty innocent, isn't it? I mean, I think, well, by the way, I had family members that were related that did get married. That's probably going to come to a shock as no one.
No, I believe somewhere in my family as well, married like first cousins and had to go through the church and the government. And, because if you're going to be having children.
Yeah, these guys were not. I mean, they were way later in life. He had already been married and divorced. Actually, his wife passed away. So, I mean, I think they were in their 60s when they got together. And they were together for a while, though, but they were cousins. I mean, like, we have the lineage.
Yeah.
But I mean,
same in this case as well. But their kids, I mean, everyone was normal.
Yeah, but nothing could have happened with these guys. It was way past both of their primes to have kids. That would have never come into play. And by the way, the family did not shine on it. We were not cool with it. And we reminded them occasionally of how we were not cool with it.
How old were you not being cool with it?
Well, they were...
You hypocrite?
I was... I'm 58 now. This would have been... I mean, I was in my 40s. I was in my 40s when they got together.
But it was all right for little Jimmy when he was in his teens.
I didn't marry my cousin, dude. These guys lived together. They're married. They're having, like, relations and whatnot. You can't tell me there's not a stepbrother, stepsister thing out there in our audience that didn't happen. I mean you can't tell me.
We know it did. We know of one particular case of someone who married their stepsister.
Oh, that's right. We do, don't we?
Yes.
That is...
Careful.
How do families deal with that, though? Did it start in the house? Like, you like Jack, I mean, you get married to somebody, you now have a blended family, right?
Why are you asking Jack?
I'm just saying. I'm asking everybody.
Yeah.
Like, you have a blended family? And then you kind of look at it and it's like, okay, well, I mean, I guess this is the situation. And I I don't know.
A lot of people are texting in and saying FDR and Eleanor, second cousins, and that Darwin also married a cousin.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, then I guess it's okay.
Yeah, right. Somebody go write it in the legal books. We can do it now. Yeah, man, I don't know. I think an innocent crush is one thing because as a
child,
yeah, when you're 11, 12, 13 years old,
You don't know better.
You're in your puberty prime. That all those things are happening and moving around, and you have a cute cousin that wears bathing suits when she shouldn't or should.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why shouldn't she?
Yeah. I was never the receiving end of a crush from a cousin, though. I was never part of that, which destroyed me as a man. It destroyed me that I couldn't pull anybody in my own family. You guys know me better than anybody. I should be able to pull one of you guys. Get out of here. What's going on? All right, 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. All right.
Jim, we launched something new today. It's a USA 250K USA giveaway. It's $250,000 total, but it's a keyword contest, and it's happening $2,500 at a time. And you just heard the keyword at the start of this segment. Travel is the keyword for this hour, and you have until 5:55 to go to our website, realradio.fm, and enter there for the 250K USA giveaway.
How about that?
This is going on. So there's 4 chances every weekday up until July 4th. And so it's the idea is to take this money and go on that trip and see part of the United States that might be new to you, whatever it might be. Maybe it's Mount Rushmore. Maybe it's the Grand Canyon. Maybe it's Hawaii.
Oh, yeah.
I think I said those in the reverse order I want to do them. I would definitely do Hawaii first, then the Grand Canyon, and then Mount Rushmore.
Dude, this topic is absolutely melting this texting service.
Yeah.
These people are losing their mind. My in-laws were first cousins. Jerry Lee Lewis married a cousin. Almost married a foster sister. She came for me, but I was too scared. I can't even read that one. Michael P., why would you send that? Did you see that one?
Now I'm checking it out right now.
Yeah, he had a certain kind of relations with his cousin, he said. Not the normal kind. Not the kind that results in a child.
Oh.
Shame on you, sir.
And with that intro, back in a second with Jeff Stanton, the VP of Marketing for the Orlando Science Center.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Accident blocking the left lane traveling on I-4 westbound before 417. Expect heavy delays through there. Also a slow ride I-4 westbound between Parr Street and Colonial Drive. Accident reported Lake Underhill Road just west of 434 and a crash blocking the left shoulder Greenway northbound at International Drive. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. Thousands of homeowners have trusted us for their blinds that are easy to order, affordable, and guaranteed to fit. You measure at home, install yourself, and enjoy blinds made exactly for your windows. Blindster.com.
Man, oh man, the real estate market is always changing, guys, especially now more than ever. And the Nickley Group, they can help you out because here's the thing. They can tell you when it might be the perfect time for you to make a move and selling your home. And they can also give you some great advice on when you should buy a home. And when it comes to real estate, these guys are the number one team in all of Central Florida. 4,000 plus 5-star reviews. Guys, they sell a house about every 7 hours. They know what they're doing. And even better, they get about 6% more on average for their listings. And they sell those listings twice as fast. So if you're looking to maximize the value of your biggest asset, that is your home, get with the Nickley Group because they specialize in doing that very thing. And if you're buying a house out there, again, there's not one team in Central Florida is going to look harder for that house that checks all the boxes for you and your family like the Nickley Group. And they have the VIP scenario is crazy, guys. Free appraisals, free home warranties, free moving trucks and supplies. And how about this? This early access program is like a cheat code. Access to off-market properties before they get listed. That is unreal. unheard of. It gives you an opportunity to get a house that nobody else can even see yet. They even have a guaranteed cash offer, no showings or open houses, and that deal can close in 14 days. It's the NickleyGroup.com. That's NICKLEY Group.com.
It happens only once a year in Las Vegas.
Our legendary iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
Is back.
Put your hands in the air.
One stage, 2 nights.
Are you ready?
featuring the biggest names in music. Live, loud, and always full of surprises.
We're getting this party going, huh?
Hear it live on iHeartRadio and streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Listen for the reveal of our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Tomorrow morning at 8.
The Jim Colbert Show question of the day is brought to us by the Home Builders Network. We've been telling you for years about Mike the Home Builder, he being the guy to call, that number to reach out to when you need those things done around the house. Maybe you just have questions. Maybe you want to get an estimate. It could be a roof. Maybe you got a leak. Maybe it needs a patch. Maybe you need a whole new roof, or it's a new bathroom or a window or door replacement or gutters. Mike can help you. He has a team of professionals, the Home Builders Network. They've been nominated by Orlando's Best for Best Windows and Doors and the Best of Florida nominee for Best Roofing Contractor as well. You can follow the Home Builders Network on Facebook and Instagram to see their recent work. They have a showroom in Altamont Springs. You can check that out at the corner of 436 and 434. But you can always find them online at HBNUSA.com. That's HBNUSA.com. License number CBC 1255975 and CCC 1329039.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
How will we ever defeat the British?
By remembering what we're fighting for. General, a country of our own that will one day celebrate 250 years.
How will we celebrate, sir?
By going to Headquarter Hyundai, where every vehicle is $99 down.
99, sir?
Yes, $99 down at Headquarter Hyundai. Here. Great price reductions on 250 vehicles.
It sounds glorious, sir.
Oh, it is. America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty with Hyundai Assurance, new Tucsons, Elantras. Pay thousands less and get 0% financing for 60 months.
That credit, sir?
Those with a job and $99 shall drive away. Every vehicle, $99 down.
The 250 sales event.
At Headquarter Hyundai. Just off I-4 on Reinhardt Road in Sanford Lake Mary. HeadquarterHyundai.com.
HeadquarterHyundai.com.
And no tax, right, sir? Well, plus tax and tag. Visit HeadquarterHyundai.com.
The game started. Call your dad. I'm on it, Ma. Hola, Pa.
Hello, hijita. I can't hear you. I'm at the stadium in Monterrey. Goal!
Here, shout goal together. Hit nonstop talk, text, and data in the U.S., Mexico, and Canada with T-Mobile, America's best network. Switch on the T-Live app or on T-Mobile.com/connectate. On qualifying plans, not for extended international use. You must reside in the U.S. In primary usage must occur on our network. Best based on analysis by Ookla. Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025.
Summer's back, and so is IDC's most popular offer ever. 0% financing for 5 years. Now through June 30th, you can make any purchase at International Diamond Center and spread your payments out to 2031 without paying a dime in interest. Engagement rings, wedding bands, eternity bands, earrings, pendants. Our largest selection ever of certified hand-picked diamonds and exclusive designer fashion jewelry. This is incredible. Get the IDC value price you deserve. Then spread your payments over 5 years. That $6,000 pair of diamond earrings, just $100 a month. That $12,000 engagement ring, just $200 a month. Everything's affordable with this amazing offer. 0 interest all the way to 2031. Who else can do this? There's just one catch. This is a limited time offer just for the month of June. So don't wait. Let IDC help you get the jewelry you've been dreaming of at a price and payment you didn't think was possible anymore. International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennia. Excludes Rolex. Details and more at shopidc.com on approved credit.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Radio. Radio 104.1.
You can watch radio being made on a daily basis at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Still to come, legal stories and more with Ray Trendley from TK Law. Today at 6:20 on the Jim Colbert Show.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show right here on Real Radio 104.1. Thanks so much for tuning in today. We appreciate that very much, guys. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hi there.
And I got to tell you, man, I started hearing about this, and it was kind of weird. I was just discussing it with him during the break. When they rebuilt the nature area of the Science Center here in Orlando, man, you heard about it everywhere. Like it was it's coming soon. It's coming soon. Brand new revisioned. And it is absolutely unbelievable. If you ever go to the Science Center and you see what they've done with that, it is a complete transformation of what that vision was into something amazing, right? Never heard a word, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, they're like, oh, by the way, we rebuilt the entire planetarium thing, and it's this crazy thing called the Dome now, and I can't wait to hear more about it. You guys give it up for Jeff Stanton, the VP of Marketing for Orlando Science Center!
Thank you.
Buddy, what's going on?
Hey, I'm just happy to be here. It's it is Monday. It is opening day for the Dome, so it has been quite a race to get here, but it is officially summer. It is go time at Orlando Science Center, so I am happy to be here with you and sharing about it.
Well, man, we love it so much. We have our poker tournament there every August, and we also promote every Science Night Live. We were just talking about that last Thursday.
You guys are great to us. Thank you so much.
And we do love the property as much as anything. For one thing, the management group over there, including yourself, are some of the most easy people to work with. And when it comes to a facility like that, because usually working with something that's run by the city or it is run by the city, is it not?
We are actually a private nonprofit, though we are supported by the city and the county.
Gotcha. It's a little more red tapey with scenarios like that. But you guys make it very easy.
Well, we have a good team, thank you, and we love working with you guys.
Yeah. So tell us about it. It's called the Dome now, no planetarium.
Yes, it's called the Dome by Dr. Phillips Charities. And we just came through a 9-month renovation. It closed in last August, and before it closed, we were still showing film. We were showing analog film, giant screen film, frames as big as a postcard, and we were one of the last theaters in the country still showing film. Maybe a handful, maybe 5 museum movie theaters in the country still showing film. And we shut it down. We'd been raising money to do this renovation. It's a $7 million project, thanks to Dr. Phillips Charities, thanks to Orange County government, thanks to a host of really great donors to help make this happen. It opened today. It was opening day. But what we have done, it is a complete renovation. We tore this thing down to its bones and rebuilt it. It is new screen, new sound system, 8K laser projection, brand new seats, bigger seats, more comfortable seats, cup holder seats.
Right.
Nice. It is.
He's proud of the seats, guys.
Automated concession stand, high res, James Webb and Artemis imagery in the lobby before you go in. I mean, it is a complete top to bottom refurb of this space.
Amazing, by the way. And now it's interesting because I was just telling you, during the break, that when I moved here in '85, the planetarium was. I will tell you, I didn't even know they did anything with science. That's just where Pink Floyd played. Right. That's all I knew is that you got banged up and you went to see Pink Floyd at the Science Center. But that's a different machine now, and now you guys have. Now, what do you show on there?
Yes,
I mean, is it the one movie or is it a series of movies?
All kinds of stuff. I mean, what is great about this technology is the variety that it allows you. So back when we were just showing film, all you could show is these movies. But now with the 8K laser projection digital technology, we're showing movies. We're showing planetarium shows, amazing planetarium, both live and produced shows. So the live shows are such that we have a presenter, and they will take you wherever you want to go in the universe to look out. And they will take you whenever you want to go. If you want to see what the night sky looked like in Orlando the night you were born, they can take you there.
Get out of here.
I'm telling you, it's insane. They can take you to the edge of the galaxy and back in this planetarium show. Or you can have a planetarium show, which is the latest James Webb images.
Yeah.
You can see these amazing films. Go to the Serengeti, go to the Arctic, go to the bottom of the ocean. It's a dome screen. If you stretch this monster out, it would be 8 stories tall.
No!
So this screen surrounds you in an amazing immersive place for film. We also have something that we call full dome experiences, which is it's not a movie. It's not a planetarium show, but it's like the simulated environment. So you can say, what's it going to be like on the moon with a moon base? What's it going to be? What's it going to be like when we're on Mars? And so it's kind of projecting forward what that might look like. And then if you grew up in Orlando, you knew laser light shows,
right? Yeah,
and it was just part of our DNA. It is coming back. This laser light shows will be part of the show. We're kicking them off actually in July. We're going to be open late Friday and Saturday nights. So every night in July from July 10th through August 1st, we will have a different laser show. So it'll be Pink Floyd, Dark Side. It'll be Queen. It'll be Beatles. It'll be...
How about Tool?
We'll work on that. But I do
Springsteen.
I do have a lot of people who work for me who are a lot younger than me, and they're also very excited about the Taylor Swift show.
Oh, yeah, really?
But there's laser country. There's
Damn.
laser retro. It's going to be insane.
So how do you, so you only there's only so much time on the clock.
Yes.
Right? So do you guys have a standard set of movies that you're playing for educational purposes? And then on the live nights is when you can experience all this other stuff?
You want to go to the website, osc.org, click on the button for the dome. You'll see the full schedule every day. We're showing about 5 or 6 different shows, that live planetarium show, a produced planetarium show, at least 2 movies, and then coming up on these late nights in July, we'll be doing a different laser light show every night. But
wow.
Every day you come in, you're going to get at least 5 different shows, all included with your admission. You could stay all day if you wanted to.
No joke,
Yeah.
really. So it's no extra charge once you get in. That's part of your daily admission to the center.
Yes, part of the daily admission. We are all inclusive. You get the dome, all the shows, 4 floors of exhibits like the nature exhibit, the dinosaurs, outer space, new traveling exhibit on optical illusions. All of that is included. And what's great with summer, we got covered parking and we got air conditioning.
Yes, you do.
We got it all
That
covered.
is definitely someone who was born and raised in Orlando to know those 2 important things.
Yeah.
AC and parking.
Believe me, that's what I love about our poker tournament. We don't have to worry about the weather because you can park in the garage.
Yeah.
You take the bridge over.
Yep.
You're inside the whole time.
Talking to Jeff Stanton, he's the VP of Marketing for the Orlando Science Center, talking about the new dome that just opened actually today.
Yes.
And I know you had some media guys out there, Tom and Dan, good friends
Yes.
of ours, of course. I know that they were like geeking pretty hard about it.
Yeah, we had fun.
As the VP of Marketing, like what are you hearing on the street? By the way, do you have to, so you're not actually buying tickets for the dome itself. You're just going to the Science Center.
You're going to the Science Center, and then you're picking out what shows you want to see.
Gotcha. Wow, man.
Good stuff.
So, I mean, will people? Do you guys foresee people buying these like in advance, like tickets to get the Science Center just to get into the dome to see the shows?
I would anticipate such. We did a member preview on Saturday before we opened to the public today, and 1,700 members came out.
Wow.
And the theater seats about 315 people now. So that was a good 4 or 5 shows.
Wow.
So you can get tickets now if you want. Buy them in advance. Buy them when you walk up. It's a great experience just on its own, but then when you add the entire Science Center as well, you got a good half-day, full-day experience.
Kind of sounds like the Sphere in Las Vegas with
A
what
little
you're
bit.
doing.
We've heard that a lot. It is very immersive. Now, we're doing 8K laser projection. We're not doing LED. So that's a little different, but the clarity is still amazing. It's a brand new screen. It's brand new projectors, and the screen is called NanoSeam. It is 419 individual panels that were hand installed on the 8-story dome. It is pristine. It is clear. It is mind-blowing.
So basically seamless too.
Oh, very much so.
Yeah.
And it's just a great environment. I've seen a couple of shows in it already, and I've been there a while. There's not a lot that impresses me. I've seen a bunch in the museum.
Yeah,
and
there's more science,
this is
guys.
Cool. This is cool.
What's the coolest thing you've seen on the screen in the dome?
I'll tell you, it's still getting the planetarium show is mind-blowing.
Yeah.
It's just really amazing. But I'll be honest, they have gone above and beyond. We have an intro sequence now that takes you from the International Space Station, zooms into Earth, zooms into the United States, zooms into Florida, zooms into Orlando, zooms into Orlando Science Center, flies into the theater, up to the planetarium, and starts the show.
Oh, that is so cool.
And, that's just the intro.
That's worth the price of admission right there.
That's cool.
That's just the intro, he says.
Are you getting like a lot of interest from, because kids are out of school now, parents are looking for fun, informative, educational, so they don't have that summer slip where, they miss half of what they just learned over the school year? Yeah. Are you getting a lot of interest from school groups and stuff?
Yeah, we get a lot of interest that way. Summer is kind of our peak season for that very reason, and not just for families to come and enjoy during the day, but we have a robust camp program from pre-K on up to sixth grade. We bring in 400 kids a week in our camp, and that is a week at a time, different topics. It's about 25 kids at a time, supervised by an instructor and an assistant. It's going to go on for 10 weeks, and it's not just at the Science Center. We collaborate with the Four Roots Farm.
Right, yeah.
And we're doing an awesome series of camps on urban farming, conservation,
so cool.
nutrition. Those kick off in about another week and run for about 6 weeks. So camp's a great thing because the kids are having a blast and they're meeting new kids and learning things. But also, just because the kids are out of school doesn't mean mom and dad are off of work. So it's a great thing for the working parent to know that your kids are in a fun, safe, educational place all day long.
Is there still space available for folks?
There are still space available in a handful of camps. If you're interested, you got to go to that website, osc.org, click on the camps tab, and check it out. There's still a few spaces left.
Do you guys still have the Hive?
Still have the Hive. That's the makerspace where you can do 3D printing, you can do laser cutting, you can do stop motion animation. So it goes on, and we talk a lot about the Science Center being a fun place for families and kids, but there is a lot there for adults to enjoy because you don't stop being curious just because you hit puberty.
1,000%, dude. When I got introduced, because when you guys opened the Hive, I think we did a media tour, and for people who do not know what the Hive, it's a maker space, and like you said, they have 3D printers in there. They have I don't know if you guys have Cricuts, I can't remember, but I know that you guys have a bunch of places, a bunch of things where you can go in and just kind of start creating. And when I was a kid and I got a toy, the first thing I want to do is take it apart and see how it worked. So when I went into that space, it really threw me back to my days of that curiosity of, how do things work, or what can I make out of this and stuff. It was like an amazing, and you just get in there. I mean, with your admission, you just go into the Hive and hang out.
Yeah. You could stay all day if you'd want and just make stuff and tinker. And our staff is so cool. They're so creative and so excited to share what they know. It's just a great environment. And so I could say, if you're coming during the summer, there's going to be a lot of families, there's going to be a lot of kids, but you know what's great about that? It's loud, it's busy, there's energy.
There's life.
You can't not have a good time. But come, check out the life exhibit and see the monkeys and the sloth and the shark and the gators, and walk through a simulated Amazon rainforest. Yeah. Go to the Hive, go to the Dome, see these planetarium shows and films. Go check out the dinosaur fossils.
So much to do.
Yeah, go down to the Four Roots Cafe, which is put together by John Rivers. That's right. And have some awesome food, farm-to-table wraps and sandwiches. And then on your way out, grab some Barney's coffee at our coffee spot. We got you covered.
All the way down. What time are you guys open today?
We open at 10. We close at 5 every day, 7 days a week during summer.
Very nice. And then for the shows that are after hours,
yes,
is that a different ticket? Like when you guys get into those planetarium shows, is that a different ticket than the day ticket for the Science Center?
I tell you, and I've been criticized as being too generous, but with the late nights in July, it's still going to be the same daily admission. We're just going to be open till 10 o'clock.
Wow, really?
And it's all inclusive, yeah.
Someone just texted us at 77031. My son has gone to this camp for the last few years and loves
it. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much, folks.
Jeff,
I went to. My kid grew up there as well. It is a family thing, and we love it. Thank you.
What is the age limit on that camp, and can we send Jimmy?
Yeah.
You know what? I think he'll have to wear some short pants, and he might have to shave the beard, but we might be able to make it work.
Do you take camouflage?
Yeah, we can work it. We can work it
Okay.
out. We can work it out. You know, it's we have that optical illusion exhibit right now, so we can figure it out. But you got to be about 5 years old for the preschool camp, and then we go up to 6th grade, so that's what, about 11, 12 years old.
Something like that, yeah.
And then the other good thing is, like, so my kid, he went from kindergarten on up through 6th grade, and then he became a volunteer. So he volunteers in the summer now and helps out with the camp. And I'll be honest, when he was a little kid, there were staff at the camp that spent some extra time with him and really helped him out and helped him connect and enjoy. And last summer, I was running around and I looked over and I saw my son spending time with a little guy, helping him do the same thing.
Aww.
And it was just, it made this old nerd feel real good that we're doing something right.
I like you call yourself an old nerd. I like that. You gotta own it. You gotta own your nerddom.
Absolutely.
Nothing wrong. I love
Lean
it as well. So the Dome is open. It's good to go right now, and you can get your tickets at, is it OSC.org?
OSC.org.
There you go, man. Grab your tickets. Check out the the Dome schedule so you can find out what show you want to see. Coming up in July, it's gonna be some cool stuff.
It's going to be awesome. Look forward to seeing you there. Remember, covered parking, air conditioning, coffee, and Four Rivers, and all kinds of science. You want to be at the Science Center this summer.
Good and loud for Jeff Stanton, guys.
Yay!
What do you think? Hey, dude, thanks for braving I-4 and the weather to come down and kind of share a few minutes with us. I appreciate it so much. Yeah, you got it, buddy. All right. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Load them up. It's time for trivia. We'll do that next.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
The husband, his wife gets eaten by a hippo. He's big mad, very upset now.
Why?
He's... You're a monster, man.
The news junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
This is former Notre Dame quarterback Brady Quinn. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Allstate.
Florida baseball will face Troy tonight. It's a winner-take-all game in the NCAA Regionals. The Gators were pushed to the brink by the Trojans on Sunday. The Rays, they continue their homestand tonight. They'll open a series against Detroit. Griffin Jax is set to start on the mound there for Tampa Bay. And Hall of Fame wide receiver Raymond Berry has died. He was 93. He was a 6-time Pro Bowler and a member of the NFL's 100th anniversary team. I'm Scott Davidson.
Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
C-Lane here, and guys, let's have a chat for a second. If you are starting to see the symptoms of erectile dysfunction or PE show up in the bedroom, you know that's not something that fixes itself. It might be time to call Premier Men's Medical Center. A lot of guys are calling. They're very helpful, and they want you to avoid surgery. They told me that's one of their big goals. They have painless procedures, and surgery is painful, it's invasive, and it's expensive. And they don't want you to have to go through that. They want you to go through their painless procedure, and 98% of men see results right there in the office, right there, same day. So if you're still relying on pills, if you're having to up your dose, it's time to call Premier Men's Medical Center. They're getting guys back to where they should be and feel like themselves again. They're offering a free consultation, but you've got to call now. 407-723-7533. It's 407-723-7533. Don't overthink it. Just call the incredibly helpful, the incredibly knowledgeable folks at Premier Men's Medical Center and find them online at premiermensmedical.com.
Life doesn't follow a script. Divorce, car accidents, and business disputes
When life gets complicated, you need more than just a lawyer. You need a law firm with a reputation built on excellence, respected by peers, trusted by the community, and proven inside the courtroom. At TK Law, we've spent decades guiding clients through life's toughest moments with dignity and respect. Visit onefirmforlife.com. TK Law, your one firm for life.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Whether it's that check engine light, those streaky wipers, or that DIY fix you've been putting off, now is the time to visit Advance Auto Parts, your first stop for parts, service, and reliability. From quick fixes to big jobs, we've got you covered. Need a new battery, brakes, wipers, oil? Everything you need is right here, along with people who really know cars. With Advance, you can always count on fast, friendly, and dependable service. Never settle for anything less. Visit Advance Auto Parts today.
My obstructive hypertrophic cardiomyopathy kept me from baseball games with my boys. The stairs were too much. With Camzyos, my symptoms have improved and I can be more active again. Camzyos is a cardiac myosin inhibitor, the first in its class to treat adults with symptomatic OHCM. Camzyos may improve your symptoms and ability to be active, and it reduced obstruction in the heart 4 times more.
In a 30-week study, Camzyos, mavacamten, reduced post-exercise obstruction on average 47 units of pressure versus 10 with placebo. Results may vary. Camzyos may cause serious side effects, including heart failure that can lead to death, a risk that's increased with serious infection, irregular heartbeat, or with certain other medicines. Do not stop, start, or change medicines or dose without telling your doctor. You must have echocardiograms before and during treatment. Seek help for new or worsening heart failure symptoms. Camzyos is only available through a restricted program. Before taking, tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and current or planned pregnancy, as Camzyos may harm your unborn baby.
Visit Camzyos.com or call 1-855-CAMZYOS. Actor Portrayal.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. June is Men's Health Month with Father's Day right around the corner. You want to make sure Pop is around for as long as possible. That's why you got to scuttle him over to Life Imaging FLA for this free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. And the reason you need to do it is men are hard-headed. They ignore symptoms, they delay doctor visits, and they wait until something feels wrong before they take action. That's the wrong way to do it. Be proactive, not reactive. And when you consider heart disease still the #1 killer in the U.S., and in 30% of those cases, there are no symptoms, get your dad over there now. And let me tell you something, man. They make it so easy to make your appointment. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's it. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan, and they will connect you in seconds. Take advantage of this opportunity right now and make this appointment as you sit there. Also, while you're there, please ask about their cancer screening as well, because early detection saves lives. It's Life Imaging FLA.
I'm Michelle McPhee, and in my new podcast, Kingdom of Fraud, I'm unraveling the strangest criminal alliance I've ever reported on. A polygamist from Utah and an LA Armenian businessman.
$1 billion fraud.
But how long can this alliance last?
Is somebody coming after me?
Search Kingdom of Fraud on iHeartRadio, America's #1 podcast network, and the Webby Podcast Company of the Year.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. Download a free home buyer's guide at thenickleegroup.com.
So apparently Facebook is still a thing?
Search gym members and join our group.
It was real common in ancient Egypt, incest, and look at King Tut. He had so many deformities.
He did.
I'm sure they all did, but, he became famous, so we got to see them. And that's not good. You're not going to get anywhere in life with, bad teeth and bones, crippled feet, curved spine, deformed brain. Yeah. Refrain.
She kills you, dude.
She kills me. I mean, kills me. Whoever you are, you kill me.
Here's Tad.
Hey, Golfman Tad over here in
What's
Melbourne.
up, Tad?
This cousin story is oddly familiar. So when I was working at a Dick's Sporting Goods in high school, cashier, I had a crush on. Went to dinner one night and turned out she was a distant cousin of mine. So Because she was distant, I still wanted to date her, but I said no. We had to cut that thing off. So
you cut it off.
Yeah. Jim, I've never had anybody have a crush on me either, cousin or not. Have a good one, y'all.
All right, buddy. I wish you the best.
Yeah, and finally one on our last interview with Jeff Stanton.
Hey, thanks for bringing him on the radio today. I and my family absolutely love the Orlando Science Center. We go there every other weekend. It's a blast. Our son's about 2.5 years old. He loves it. So thank you guys for having a great exhibit and rotating it around. We can't get enough of it. Can't wait to go to the next wine event.
Yeah, same here, man. They do such a good job. If you're not paying attention, I got to tell you that's it, and it's affordable. That's the thing, is like it's affordable. You can get in there for all day for like $25, $30, whatever it is, and just kind of mosey around all day long. And now that they've added the dome, it's even that's the cherry. It really is. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I am Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Like a cherry is round, it's on top. It's so perfect.
I get it now.
He gets me.
Oh, he does.
All right, what's in the old Jackie sack, buddy?
All aboard.
Chugga chugga.
Choo choo.
Clickety clack, clickety clack.
Couple of cool prizes, and you get to pick if you win JCS Trivia today. It could be a pair of tickets to the Orlando Pride versus the KC Current. This is happening at our very own Inter & Co Stadium on July 10th. Also in the Jackie Sack, a pair of tickets to see, wait for it, Journey.
Yay, really?
Nice.
The Final Frontier Tour. It's happening at the Kia Center October 17th. Yes, Journey. Those are the prizes in the Jackie Sack today.
So back to you. A clickety clack.
Thank you, Deborah. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Let's go 4.
4 sounds good. Hey, Michelle, how you doing?
Hey there, guys. How are you?
Doing great. Want to play a little game with us?
I do.
Let's do it.
Is he the puzzle master? Or is he the guy who's currently writing today's game? Can he be both? Let's find out. It's time for JCS Trivia.
All right, Michelle, this is a real easy game. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of these answers is not true.
What?
But if you can find it, I will send you over to Jack, and he can tell you what's in his Jackie Sack.
Yeah.
And you can pick something. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go. On this day in 1974, Canadian singer, songwriter, and actress had one of the biggest albums of the 90s.
Oh, what's her name?
She is the queen of angst.
Oh, I can't remember her name.
Alanis Morissette.
There we go. Bitter Little Pill.
Alanis Morissette is born on this day. That's right.
Little Pill. I don't know.
Here are 3 fun facts about Alanis and 1 lie you do not want as an ex.
Oh.
All right. We're talking about Alanis Morissette here. Michelle, which one of these is not true? Here we go. Number 1, before she hit it huge with Jagged Little Pill, she used to open for Milli Vanilli. Number 2, she's had a debilitating fear of moths. Number 3, she's never had a cavity. Or lastly, her first name is a feminine version of her dad's name, Alan. Which of those is a lie?
Number 2.
No, that's absolutely true. She has and she says the word debilitating fear of moths.
Really?
I've never heard that. Like, I've never heard of anybody being scared of moths. Moths don't bite you, do they?
It's like an ugly butterfly.
It's just like an ugly butterfly.
I've heard of an actress that's terrified of butterflies. Why would you be terrified of a moth or a butterfly?
All right, 1, 2, 3, or 5.
We're going to go 3.
3 is James. James, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah.
All right, buddy, how you doing?
I'm good. Sorry about that.
That's all right. No worries, buddy. We're talking about Alanis Morissette. Which one of these isn't true? Number 1, before she hit it huge with Jagged Little Pill, she used to open for Milli Vanilli. Number 2, she's never had a cavity. Or lastly, her first name is a feminine version of her dad's name, Alan.
Let's go with number 1.
That's the one, buddy. You're alive! Hey, for an extra prize, and when I say extra, I mean no extra prize at all, who did she used to open up for in that era?
Man. I'm too old to remember that.
Vanilla Ice.
Really?
She used to open for Vanilla Ice when he was kind of big.
Vanilla Ice.
There you go.
I see it.
She's never had a cavity, and I have to tell you, do you know anybody that's never had a cavity?
I'm not sure, actually. I think my cousin.
I normally don't interrogate.
Exactly.
This is absolutely
What's
true.
in your mouth?
This is absolutely true. Until last week.
Oh, my.
My wife had never had a cavity.
Really?
Really?
She had her first filling last week.
Wow.
Yep. So she made it her entire life and never have a cavity. And then last week, because she got a sweet tooth. I'm like, are you going to take care of yourself? What are you doing? Her first name is just a simple feminine version of her dad's name, Alan.
Oh,
He just
really?
had IS to it, and that's lazy AF. A couple other things you may not know about Alanis Morissette before we get to the top of the hour. Don't forget, we do have Ray Trendley on the other side of this. She was the first female Canadian artist to top the Billboard Top 200.
Wow.
And you think about that, like Helen Reddy was a female singer who was from Canada, right?
Yeah.
And she never did that. Alanis Morissette did it.
I did not know that.
Before Billie Eilish, she was the youngest person to win a Grammy for Album of the Year at 21 years old. Billie did it at 18. So she held that record until Billie Eilish did that, about 8 years ago, wherever it was?
I just remember Alanis Morissette being like a pop singer before she decided, this isn't working for me. I need to change my image.
That's exactly right. And if you see videos of her from back in the day when she was a pop artist, she couldn't, it was like she was in a Britney Spears video. It was like that whole glam pop from the 90s.
Right. Yeah.
It was no angst involved at all. And then she was on a Nickelodeon show, said that, what was it? Or she was on some TV show in Canada as a child. And I think that if I remember right, she used all the money she earned from that kids show to build a studio so she could record the album she wanted to record.
Oh, wow. I wouldn't be surprised.
Also, she was offered to, when she went out on her tour, I guess MP3 was a company at one point, Jack. Do you remember that? I know MP3 is a format,
right?
But I guess there was a company called MP3. I guess it would have been around the same time that Napster was doing their thing.
It's starting to ring a bell.
Right.
I've heard of it.
They offered her $50,000 to be the sponsor of her tour. You got to remember, this is 1990 money. Right. So $50K would have been quite a bit of money back then. She said, no, I won't take the cash, but I will take $50,000 worth of stock. That wound up making her millions.
Oh, that was smart.
Pretty smart. She wrote her biggest hit. What do you think her biggest hit is?
Jagged Little Pill.
Well, no, that's an album.
The album.
You Want to Know.
That is exactly her biggest hit. How long did it take you to write?
20 minutes.
20 minutes is the exact answer.
Oh, my. We're doing that a lot today.
Yeah, she wrote her...
We all got one.
You got a gong today, baby.
She wrote her biggest song in her entire career, and she did it in 20 minutes. And then she was once engaged to a major movie star. Canadian movie star who found great success in America.
Jim Carrey.
And married another movie star that is a bit of a bitch.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds is the answer.
Really? So she was engaged to Ryan.
For like 5 years. She was engaged.
Wow.
There are plenty of pictures of them, and it's so wild because Ryan Reynolds does not look happy to be in the relationship.
Maybe he's the one in the song.
Oh, he's not though. It's Dave Coulier.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought that was.
Is it really?
I thought that was just a rumor.
No, I thought she admitted it, didn't she?
Okay, if you say so.
I think she admitted it. I think because the whole theater thing. She was doing stuff
in the theater.
Yeah, she was doing stuff in the theater. Oh. She wasn't going up.
Oh.
Yeah. And that was supposed to be Dave Coulier. Who now are Coulier?
Wow.
Are we sure it was him?
I don't know. He has cancer now. I don't want to say about anything.
Oh, yeah. Be nice. Would you?
All right. 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
The all-new and improved iHeartRadio app is now available with all new features. Download it for free and make Real Radio 104.1 your number one preset for a chance to win cool stuff at Real Radio events.
Accident blocking the right shoulder, 429 northbound just after State Route 453. Slow ride on I-4 westbound between Parr Street and Colonial Drive right now. Tapping the brakes, I-4 eastbound between 192 and 535. Also, earlier vehicle fire is now blocking 2 right lanes, I-4 eastbound before 27. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. Thousands of homeowners have trusted us for their blinds that are easy to order, affordable, and guaranteed to fit. You measure at home, install yourself, and enjoy blinds made exactly for your windows. Blindster.com.
Man, there is no question that when you have plumbing problems in your house, the entire thing stops running. Everything just comes to a halt. No showers, no flushing toilets, no working sinks. It sucks. Everybody knows that. And that's why it's super smart to have a reputable plumbing company on call. And for me, it's easy. That's Modern Plumbing Industries. And if you haven't experienced these guys yet, I strongly suggest it when you have a plumbing job coming up because, man, they have impressed me beyond impressed. Their customer service is as good as it gets. I've rarely experienced anything like the customer service and work that these guys do. They've been in business since 1975. They are employee owned and they do it all plumbing issues, gas issues, water heaters, and so much more. And remember, when you book your appointment, just simply mention the Jim Colbert Show for a $50 discount. They do so much more, guys. Free water heater flush with any service call, $200 off any water heater installation. That's just where it starts. Call these guys for 24-hour service. It's 407-327-6000 or find them online at modernpi.com.
This is Greg Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory. Would you ever consider paying for your new mattress 2 times? It sounds expensive, but that's exactly what happens when you buy from a mainstream mattress store. The manufacturer marks it up, sells it to the retailer, who marks it up again and sells it to you. Because the Original Mattress Factory sells factory direct, the mattress you buy is being sold for the first and only time, providing real value. Don't buy your mattress twice. Visit the Original Mattress Factory today.
It's tough watching your kids struggle with allergies, runny nose at recess, congestion at practice, trouble focusing in school. And then there's the guilt when you forget their allergy meds. But it doesn't have to be that way. Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help. They've treated thousands, including kids, with quick, kid-friendly testing and pain-free allergy drops. Make the most of summer break. Schedule your appointment now at AspireAllergy.com. That's AspireAllergy.com.
A family office is a team built to handle the 3 biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning. Most firms only manage your investments and refer the rest out, hoping everyone stays aligned. At Trajan, we built something different. Your wealth, tax planning, and estate planning are handled together inside one firm under one roof. There's no guessing whether your CPA, advisor, and estate attorney are truly in sync, because our team works together every day on your behalf. When your financial life becomes more complex, your advice should become more coordinated, not more fragmented. One plan, one trusted team. Call Trajan today, 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
Sell your home fast and for the most money with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Hey, it's Russ Rollins for HBN USA. Is your bathroom outdated, unattractive, and even unsafe? Well, good news. HBN Bath can transform it into a beautiful modern space that you're going to love in as little as one day. No long, messy remodels, just fast, professional results. Visit HBNUSA.com to schedule your free consultation. Plus, enjoy 0% financing, no payments for 18 months, or up to $2,500 off your project. Visit HBNUSA.com. Restrictions apply. License number CBC 1255975.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
My AC stopped working.
You again.
I need my AC fixed.
You're quite the pest.
I should have called Frank Gay.
They should have called Frank Gay.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need your air fixed, don't call the wrong place. Frank Gay has helpful operators and techs that will have your AC fixed in no time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I've been burned before. I was just repeating the same patterns. It turns out I had a type.
Workplaces everywhere are looking for love. And by love, we mean the easy way to order food at work. Easy Cater.
I thought ordering from great restaurants at work had to be complicated, but then I met Easy Cater. So many options, so flexible, and when I ordered for 50 gluten-free vegans without going over budget, I knew I'd found the platform I wanted to do life and lunch with.
Fall in love with EasyCater. Start an order at EasyCater.com.
What's your case worth? Injury.com by Morgan & Morgan.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got a question after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Obviously, this is why YouTube was created. Obviously, at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
All right, what it do, JCS crew? You know, it's your boy Big Eye, Fly Till I Die. Look, so first off, you probably gonna have all of the talkbacks from this moment on are probably gonna be about this segment right here. But first off, you know, shout out to the gentleman who just lost his dog. I've lost a dog after a lot of time, so I completely understand. But yeah, bro, I can't even speak right now. Look, again, I'm learning a lot from you today, Jimmy. A lot.
Disney may have been strict, but I remember when you could smoke at Disney. Not only that, but they had Ye Old Tobacco Shop. You could go in there and get Sobernets and cigars and whatnot. Walk around and smoke all you want. There was a guy about 15 feet away from everybody with a little thing like a pooper scooper sweeping up the butts. True.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. Roll Radio 104.1. We're going to pose this question to BK here in a second. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hi there.
Every single Monday around this time, our buddy comes over from 96.9 The Game, where they talk about sports all day long from 3 until 6, but he comes over and joins us for a few minutes. Good and loud for our buddy, Mr. Brandon Kravitz. What do you say?
Hey!
Okay.
He's waiting for it.
It's time to get your game on as the Jim Colbert Show unleashes the guy with the hottest takes, sharpest insight, and zero chill when it comes to sports. Here's Brandon Kravitz.
BK, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you.
Yeah, good to be here.
Hey,
that gets me going.
So let me do this before we get going, because the gentleman who was talking about learning more about me today, I wanted to ask you a question. Have you ever had a crush on a family member?
No.
You've never had a crush? You never had a cousin?
I have not, and I'm going to be honest. If I had, I would not admit it.
Oh, what's wrong with that? If you're like a kid and you have a hot cousin, and you're like, well, I mean, you can say you have like a kid crush. I'm not saying like at 38. I'm saying like when you were a kid. You never had a cousin when you were a kid. You looked at her like, oh, she's cute.
Like sisters, friends, for sure. I have 2 older sisters. Sisters, friends, definitely.
Yeah, that doesn't count. We need some blood relation to make it work.
Nah, I can't say that I did. Maybe like a distant cousin, or you start asking like, how are we related?
Yeah. Now we're cooking.
Maybe something like that.
Now we're cooking. Brandon Kravitz joins us.
I guess.
Brandon joins us every Monday to talk a little sports, and there are some sports to talk, right?
There is.
I mean, I think a bit of a surprise for the NBA Finals. I think most people thought Oklahoma was going to make it through, but Wemby said no. And then, of course, the Magic themselves now look like they have a brand new head coach that you don't seem super excited about.
What are you talking about?
Well, you looked down when I said it.
Well, I was just thinking back to our last conversation. The guy was talking about smoking cigars at Disney, and so I'm starting to think, like, have I ever smoked a cigar or a cigarette at Disney? And then you hit me over the head with, have I had a crush on a cousin? And I'm still trying to make my way past that.
Listen, we move around here, all right?
Yes,
we move around.
Yes, you do. That's why you guys are as popular as you are. I really like the new head coach of the Magic.
Really?
There was a short list for me of who the next guy could be, and a few of them are the retread hires, the guys that we have heard of before, like Billy Donovan.
The cycle.
To me, there was 3 that I was excited about. Billy Donovan, just to finally see what it would look like. He took the job years ago and then wound up going back to Florida, but he hasn't had a lot of success recently. The Bulls roster also hasn't been very good, so it's hard to tell whether or not he's still a good coach.
Right.
Jason Kidd was the other. He just got let go by the Dallas Mavericks, and he had a lot of success there. That's a guy that we know is a huge star and has taken a team to the finals. So, so he's got the track record. And the third one was the hottest assistant in the market. Anybody that you talk to anybody that I read, there wasn't even a close second. It was Sean Sweeney was the hottest assistant head coach in the NBA of guys that had not had an opportunity yet. And
can I ask you a question before we get into that? Sure. Is the Magic job a scary job to NBA coach prospects? Because, I heard this the other day. Like, the Magic job is a scary job. I mean, when you look at the Magic's history over the last, decade since Dwight left and stuff, and they were like, well, it moves around a lot. They weren't sure about the ownership. We got a great arena. We got a great city who loves this basketball team, but nothing else really was adding up. I mean, was that ever a hindrance? I mean, obviously, if you had the second best prospect in the league, he doesn't believe that.
No, I know I'm going to sound like a homer here, but I think it's the opposite. I think the Magic job would be on the more coveted side because of the stability of ownership. Ownership doesn't overmeddle, so you can have whatever opinion you want of the DeVosses. They're not the kind of ownership that's going to step in and tell the GM or the coach what to do. They hire people and let those people do their jobs. The Magic organization has been awarded by publications like the Business Journal and things of being one of the best places to work in America, period, sports or not. So they are known to treat their people well. And you have, I don't know what we're spiking here, like we're Rob Gronkowski. That was
my watch just fell off. But go ahead, it's fine.
It's everything okay?
Damn.
Yeah.
They're known to treat their people well and to not overmeddle in other people's jobs. And the Magic have one of the best young rosters in the NBA. So when you start stacking them up against other available jobs, the Magic job to me was clearly number one. Maybe Dallas is another one that they treat their people well, more so when Mark Cuban was involved. He's not anymore, but they have Cooper Flagg.
Yeah.
So if you talk about organization and then what are you working with, I don't think the NBA is like the NFL in that you kind of want to take over at the bottom and then put your fingerprint on the rebuild because it's a lot easier to rebuild in the NFL. And then you get a lot more credit for it when it goes well.
Right, yeah.
In the NBA, if you don't have players, you're not going to win.
And the other thing, though, Magic fans have heard the word rebuild a lot. Right? I mean, we've heard that term used quite often. So what makes this guy different than any other coach that's been through the system here with us over the last 15 years? And that's what, 3 of them in the last 15 years?
Or would you even classify this stage as a rebuild?
This is not a rebuild.
Right.
It's not a rebuild at all. And I think that's part of the reason why this job is attractive. That was the point that I was trying to make, is that it's not a rebuild. So, that's not what you're being brought in to do. All this guy has to do, if you think about it, is win a playoff series. Yeah. And you're already better than the last guy, because that's what Jamal Mosley wasn't able to do.
And I was going to ask you that very question, right? I'm glad you went right there, because Mosley's able to get him there, right? Can't get him over, can't get him past that. What does Sweeney offer that Mosley didn't offer that the ownership believes was worth firing Mosley for to move on to somebody else, even though this guy isn't proven as a head coach? He's got no experience as a head coach. Right?
Yeah.
So, what do they think he has that Mosley doesn't have that's going to make this team go forward and get to that next level?
There's a couple of things, and it's going to sound like I'm speaking out of both sides of my mouth when I say this. One side of it is a fire and an intensity to get the most out of the players that are playing for him. Sean Sweeney is known as a guy that will get in the face of his players, that will curse you out if you don't do your job properly, and will lose his voice mid-game. Jamal Mosley was so nice and so well composed that sort of approach is really good for developing young players. The Magic now need to be tested because they're veterans. And that's where I think his style and approach maybe wouldn't work when they were 20 is going to work a lot better when they're 25.
Yeah, because when you say that, the first thing I think of is, kids now, don't really react to hard-nosed, in-your-face kind of coaching. I mean, it's like if you do this to me, I'm going to call my mom and we're going to file a complaint.
Right.
I'm going to go on social media. I'm going to bitch and complain about it like I'm a 14-year-old girl. And we've seen that as well. I mean, from this very franchise. So that would be my thing. It's like, I love that. But when you get into the face of a 26-year-old, superstar, do they want to hear what you've got to say? Because there are other teams.
I think when you have guys that are matured now, that take their jobs seriously, they do want to be coached like that. So those are the guys. I think Paolo and Franz are those type of players, but you need somebody in that spot that's willing to do that and do it in a way where you're doing it in a way that maintains the positive relationship, which is the other thing that he's known for.
Yeah, I think you have to have respect from the players, right?
Yeah.
So does this guy
you can't just go up yelling at people?
100%.
There has to be like a reason behind it, a love behind it.
And the players have to believe that you know what you're talking about. I mean, do the players understand who this guy is? Do the players understand the level of this cat? Is that understood? Do they talk to the players before they make moves like this?
So the new face of the league, the guy that's now stepped foot into the NBA Finals just a couple of years into his career, Victor Wembanyama, was asked about Sean Sweeney. And keep in mind, while they do have a 7'4" guy with the wingspan of an American Airlines plane.
And the handle is of Iverson. I mean, this guy moved. It's so crazy.
And so that's going to help your defensive ability. The Spurs last year were 25th in the NBA in defensive rating. This year, they were top 5. In the playoffs, they've been number 1. Sean Sweeney's been on the staff for 1 year. When Victor Wembanyama was asked, how did you guys go from the defense you were a year ago to the defense you are now? Who deserves the credit? Or it was, how much credit does Sean Sweeney deserve, was the way the question was posed. And he said all of it.
All of it.
That's a hell of a quote.
Yeah, I like that. Look, I want the players to like a guy like that. I mean, look, I think the Magic want a guy like that. They want a guy that kind of is pacing the sidelines or in front of the bench, yelling and screaming and letting guys know when they're falling short. I think that we like to see that.
Yeah, he's a fiery redhead. If you haven't seen him yet, he kind of looks like he was raised in Boston and picked on in middle school.
A bit of a Chucky look?
A little bit. I think it's a great hire for them. And if you're curious what his demeanor is like, this guy isn't just sitting down the bench on a chalkboard when the Spurs are playing. He is in the ear of Mitch Johnson, the head coach of the Spurs, the entire game. They don't call him the assistant head coach. They call him the associate head coach.
Oh, do they really?
He's basically like, they're like,
that's interesting.
They're riding on a tandem bike here.
Are they really?
and he's staying with the Spurs throughout the finals. Right?
He's not, there's no press conference that introduces him. That's not going to happen until after the NBA Finals.
Yeah, right on. What else is out there?
Okay, so let's see. We have Myles Garrett was traded today.
Crazy.
We had 2 big-time trades in the NFL. One was expected. A.J. Brown went from the Eagles to the Patriots. That's been rumored for months now. There was contractual reasons why that was never going to happen before June 1st. The second we got to June 1st, it flew right through. So the Patriots get a much-needed boost to their wide receiving core. But the surprising one no one saw coming was Myles Garrett, one of the best sackers in the NFL, one of the best edge rushers in the league, getting traded from the Browns to the LA Rams. Talk about going from the outhouse to the penthouse.
Good Lord,
my
man.
God.
My God almighty.
That is a big-time upgrade. And for the Rams, they were already the favorites to win the Super Bowl, and now they just added one of the best defensive players in the league. So it does seem like they are a far step ahead of everybody else.
What did they have to give up for that? What was
They had to give up Jared Verse, who was that was like their replacement for Aaron Donald, who retired a couple of years ago, and he's really good. That's a good young player. They traded good for great. And they also had to give up a first-round pick.
Right, yeah.
So it cost them. Like, they didn't get him for free.
Right. But that guy's the biggest disruptor in the league, though,
oh,
right?
my God. I mean, if it's not him, Nick Bosa's right there, T.J. Watt, but he's in that, Micah Parsons, he's in that conversation. He's that good. And sometimes he's better than all those guys.
Wow, that's crazy.
So it's a big-time upgrade. They are worthy favorites to win the Super Bowl. I mean, they've got the reigning MVP at quarterback. They traded for one of the best defensive backs in the NFL in Trent McDuffie. They got him from Kansas City earlier in the offseason, and now they've added Myles Garrett. It's a super team.
And they just gave Stafford another year extension,
They did.
right?
Yeah, that's why
he's getting paid.
And then they wasted a first-round pick on a quarterback, Ty Simpson, for what?
Yeah.
They're trying to win a Super Bowl right now. An update, if I have a moment. The Orlando Storm have made it to the playoffs. I know we don't talk a lot of UFL, but this is an interesting story. So they make it to the playoffs. They're the 1 seed. They had 2 more wins than the second place team in the UFL. The regular season is now over, and so they're in the playoffs and they're set to host a playoff game. Well, Inter Coast Stadium is being taken up by the English national team. And even though they're not playing on the day of the playoff game, the English national team technically kind of owns the building for a few days.
Like they have the lease for a while.
Yeah, because they're going to practice there or whatever.
Okay, and
they said no.
So
you can't play there.
So where are they going to play this game?
So the league stepped in. They were looking, can we play at UCF? UCF is going through construction. Can we play at Camping World? No, Camping World's going through construction so that they can get ready for these international friendlies ahead of the World Cup. They couldn't find it anywhere, so they moved the game to Columbus, Ohio.
Did they really?
And then, because of, I guess there was some sort of an uproar, or the owner of the league, Mike Rapoli, who was very involved in trying to make this league work, unlike every iteration of this in the past, he stepped in and got some deal done with Daytona, and they're going to play the game in Daytona now, which is at least an improvement from who the hell's going to go to Ohio to watch this game?
Why wouldn't they just play at one of the big high schools? I mean, we have so many great high school stadiums here.
I don't know how you couldn't find a place anywhere in Orlando. We have so many. Play at Stetson. They have a football stadium.
Right, there's so many football stadiums around here. So crazy. Always good to see you, buddy.
Yes, you too. Thanks.
It's Brandon Kravitz, 96.9 The Game, every day from 3 until 6.
Yes.
Good loud for BK. What do you say? 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Ray Trunley up next from TK Law.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Accident on I-4 eastbound. Right now, the on-ramp from 44 is currently blocked due to that crash. Stop and go on I-4 eastbound between 559 and 27. There's a crash blocking the left lane, I-4 westbound before 417, and crash blocking the right lane, 429 northbound after State Route 450. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Summit Clinical Research. Every breakthrough starts with someone willing to take part. Summit Clinical Research is seeking volunteers with fatty liver disease for studies focused on MASH. Participants may receive study treatment, care, and compensation at no cost. Check eligibility at NASHlivertrials.com.
Man, we live right here in Central Florida, and you guys have already been outside. Even when it rains, it is blazing hot, and that's why it's really important to have a reliable, trustworthy HVAC company in your back pocket. Let me suggest the guys over at Mills Air. Simply amazing service, amazing people as well. They've been in business since 1992. That's 30-plus years of experience in Central Florida, keeping you and your family nice and comfortable through these brutal summers. And their techs, guys, they can service any brand out there. Don't worry about what kind of AC you have. Mills Air can repair it. But check this out. If you do happen to need a new unit, you're in great shape because Mills Air is a Carrier factory authorized dealer, which means you can get up to $1,275 in rebates towards a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Call these guys today. It's 407-277-1159. Find them online easily at millsair.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
It happens only once a year in Las Vegas.
Our legendary iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
is back.
Please put your hands in the air.
One stage, 2 nights.
Are you ready?
featuring the biggest names in music. Live, loud, and always full of surprises.
We're getting this party going, huh?
Hear it live on iHeartRadio and streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Listen for the reveal of our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Tomorrow morning at 8.
At Crush Yard, pickleball is just the beginning. You'll find a full restaurant and bar, arcade games, and plenty of space to hang out with friends. What starts as a few games often turns into food, drinks, and losing track of time. Play a match, grab a bite, catch up, or stay a while. Whether you're competitive, casual, or just along for the fun, there's something here for everyone. Learn more at crushYard.com.
Breaking news, it's been extended. The Memorial Day sales event, extended. RC is on site in DeLand.
Jan, these folks know how to party. It's Memorial Month, and it's been extended through Monday at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Memorial Day savings all month long. Look at this happy customer.
I was buried in my trade. I had like 20 payments left, but you got me out, RC. Woohoo!
That's right, I'm paying $3,000, $4,000, even $6,000 more for your trade. And what about you?
Well, I saved a heap of cash. Got a new Outlander, only $349 a month.
And Outlander SUVs received the highest IIHS safety rating. Plus, get 0% financing for 72 months.
They got 200 certified pre-owned, many under 20 grand.
RC got me approved with a local credit union. Yeah, I got a low rate, too.
It's Memorial Month. New Outlander SUVs, all the tech, third-row seating, and a lifetime warranty.
At RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand.
Just 2 miles off I-4. RCHill.com. Offers plus tax tag entitled to qualified buyers.
This is the sound of Claire, cooking dinner at home. And that's the sound of a fraud alert from Wells Fargo, flagging a charge for a pricey restaurant in Paris. Considering Claire isn't in Paris right now, that seemed odd. To the bank and to Claire. 2 taps later, Claire says nope to the charge, and Wells Fargo is on the case. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Looking for something different to do this month? Come explore the St. Johns River on the St. Johns River Ship. The St. Johns River Ship is packed with unforgettable events on the water, from elegant themed high tea cruises to high energy nights like Rockin' on the River, live shows, and specialty dinner cruises. Celebrate holidays, theme parties, or just enjoy a night out with incredible food, entertainment, and scenic views. Don't miss what's coming up next on the river. Visit stjohnsrivershipco.com. That's stjohnsrivershipco.com. This is the sound of Jack, buzz cutting his way to a small fortune. To Jack, every time he cuts his own hair, that's $50 right in his pocket. If Jack sees DIY buzz cuts as a saving strategy, Wells Fargo is right behind him. And with their mobile app, tracking his savings is easy. Oh, ouch. However you make money work, we can work with that.
Mobile carriers' message and data rates may apply. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
For years, the Home Builders Network has helped Central Florida homeowners. Now, they're here to help you every Saturday at 7 a.m. From repairs to remodels and how to avoid costly mistakes. Just tune in to Home Pro Radio on Real Radio 104.1.
Sunwave Energy and iHeartRadio have teamed up to bring you exclusive artists and station performances. All in the new iHeartRadio Theater Orlando. Powered by Sunwave Energy. Stop by the Sunwave Energy showroom for your chance to win can-buy experiences.
48 countries.
Only one winner.
iHeartRadio and Fox Sports are bringing you every match of FIFA World Cup 2026.
Live. Every unforgettable moment wherever you are. Lock in your preset now on the free iHeartRadio app.
The world will be listening.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
If you don't know what web goals are, consider yourself lucky. If you feel like helping out, go to JimColbertLive.com and look at stuff.
Good afternoon, morning, Colbert Carew. All right, so I know earlier you guys were talking about dogs and like cost of ownership over life and all that, and I did have to put down my Savannah about 3 years ago now, and she was actually on the very low end. She was a great low maintenance dog. Still miss her, love her so much, and I know she's keeping my dad company out there. So much love, Savannah and Dad. Big T out.
CT 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yes. I have a question for Ray.
And every Monday around this time, our good friend drops by to talk about things happening in the world of legalities and illegalities. That's not even a word. I'm making that up as we go.
I don't know. It sounded good.
TK Law is the firm. One Firm for Life is the website. The offices are in Longwood and in DeLand. And the guy's name is Ray Trindley.
Hey! Now, I know, Jim, I think you were out one of the times where Ray was in when this first came up, but I think he's discussed it since. You introduced a dog to your family.
Yeah.
Unbeknownst to your wife, and you said, here, honey, deal with this.
It comes up frequently in my house.
Okay.
Yeah, still.
How is the dog doing?
Mostly good. Mostly good. But, she's a puppy still, and she... I brought her to my office a couple times, and the girls in my office would hold her and carry her, and so now she wants to be like held, even though she's a full-size dog now. So my wife likes to remind me frequently, like when we can't go on trips and stuff, the reason why is because I brought home this puppy.
Now, does she just say puppy, or does she add some superlatives to the puppy?
She says your demon dog is specifically what she says.
Definitely more than that, yeah.
Definitely
more than just dog.
You know what? It brings happiness and pleasure to the children. My wife really does love the dog, but it's been affectionately.
Have you learned a little lesson?
No. I'll do it again.
Yeah.
In fact, I got a text message earlier today about a litter of puppies that needed a home.
Oh
boy!
Same dog, same kind.
A similar breed, but
and they're high maintenance, are they not?
They're a little high energy.
Yeah.
A little high energy.
Just a touch.
You just got to get them working.
Ray Trenley testing his marriage on a daily basis.
It's a Catahoula.
It's a leopard Catahoula, but these were just regular Catahoulas. But here's what makes it really funny. Here's how smart the AI is in my phone. So I'm messaging this person about these puppies, and the next ad I got was a book from Amazon about how 30 ways to stay married and not get divorced.
Oh, no.
And somehow AI knows.
Yeah. And 1 through 6 were don't buy a dog. Just don't come home with a dog.
Don't surprise your wife with a puppy. Yeah.
All right, Ray Trenley, an attorney here in town. Again, it's TK Law, onefirmforlife.com. Offices are in Longwood and DeLand. He's been joining us now around 6 o'clock for many, many years to talk about things happening out there. And there actually is a very interesting case. Funny you should mention AI.
Yeah, so brand new, hit the papers today. The state of Florida is suing not just OpenAI and ChatGPT, but also its owner, Sam Altman. And what makes this so interesting, and we were kind of talking about it a little bit before the segment, is this is just the start of the pushback on these big companies and these big tech companies. But Sam Altman just finished this trial with Elon Musk, and some of the arguments that were made in that trial somehow found their way to this lawsuit.
He says facetiously.
Go figure.
Yeah.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Right,
and, people are really coming down hard. And this one, it's about safety. It's positioned about safety. And it'll be really interesting to see what happens. I know there's a lot of really interesting, intricate legal arguments that are going to be made.
Yeah, let's talk about this real quick.
Yeah.
What exactly? Okay, you say they're suing for safety, so I assume they're suing because they assume that AI, OpenAI, and ChatGPT are damaging to certain people who use it. How are they saying that it is being used and would cause a lawsuit?
Yeah, so if you want to look at kind of the breadth of the lawsuit, this would be the metaphorical shotgun blast, instead of a rifle shot. This is throw it on the wall and see what sticks kind of thing. This alleges everything from failure to protect children from harmful content.
Right.
And they make reference to the suicides and the idea that, it's isolating. And they know about these things.
Same kind of thing Facebook just went through or has gone through and still going to continue to go through.
Very similar.
Yeah.
Misrepresentation, fraudulent misrepresentation. Basically, that OpenAI advertises as a safe platform. They actually even attached a screenshot when you first register for AI that it's safe and convenient and you can do everything with it. They allege products liability. So products liability is like it's like a design failure.
Right. Yeah, something that hurts you.
Something that hurts you. It's usually a product, which is why we call it products liability, that hurts you. And so this will be, at least as far as I'm aware, the first time that one of these AI companies in their product is going to be considered like a tangible product, like a chainsaw or a vehicle.
It is kind of unique, isn't it, Ray? Because we've heard of all we've heard about AI so far, matter of fact, it's been over and over and over. The Pope just said it last week. The regulation is mandatory, right?
Right.
Well, the problem is legislators are getting gobs of money from these AI companies. They want to build these giant data centers that create jobs in their
for some time
in their districts, right? So they want to do all this. So it's hard for politicians to say no to that money.
True.
And there is so much of it. So is there a possibility it's through these lawsuits that we'll wind up regulating AI, that it'll just wind up being the legalities of what we can and can't do with it that'll wind up being the regulation of this business?
Usually, I would say, the law follows, like the legislature follows the courts, right? Like the courts will interpret something,
right,
and then there'll be public backlash, and then the solution is always, hey, go vote for somebody and change the law.
Sure, yeah.
And so it's not uncommon that is what happens, right? Is a judge or a jury makes a determination, and then the legislature is then charged with fixing the law. I think what will be interesting, because we like to think of the judiciary as this branch of government that is completely disconnected and unmotivated by politics and money.
Right.
It will be very interesting because we've already seen it in some of these other cases that have been settled out of court. It'll be very interesting if a court says that the Communication Decencies Act, Section 230, if that applies to AI. Is this like a Google or an internet provider?
Right.
It'll be very interesting if traditional products type concepts apply, because if that happens, let's assume they reject the claim of 230, and let's say that they apply products liability claims.
Is no different than the car having bad brakes.
I mean, I think AI goes out of business. I think that's how drastic it would be.
Wow, really? So let's talk about
the
goal. Is that the goal? I mean, what is the actual goal of the lawsuit?
Well, and so yeah, that's a great question. If that is the case, I think that opens OpenAI up and these other companies to punitive damages and injunctive relief, right? Which means the state could shut it down. The state could say you've ordered to stop, operating within this state or within this jurisdiction.
Would that just simply be for a retail use? And would corporations still have access to the technology that is AI to keep replacing humans with machines to do their jobs? Because there is a generational pushback on this technology that is overwhelming right now.
So that's a great question. And normally when a judge, so let's say a judge grants an injunction, it's supposed to be as narrowly tailored as possible to prevent the harm that's being complained of, right? So the judge, in this example, we are really focusing on children and individual users, not really corporations. Although I do think some of the misrepresentation claims would apply to a corporation. But let's just focus on the kid issues because that's an easy one. The court could say, well, you have to implement greater restrictions so that kids can't use it, and it's only corporations or something like that. That would be a really good example of a really limited, narrow scope of an injunction.
That just sounds exactly like they're trying to do to Facebook. A matter of fact, didn't Singapore today, or one of these countries today, I think it was Singapore, just said if you're under 16, you are not going to get access to social media. It's almost the same exact argument, is it not?
It is, but here's the thing that's different with Facebook is that Facebook, the content that's being created is generated by users. So if I go on Facebook and I say that Jack is objectively the dumbest person possible.
Whoa.
Mark that.
I like this better when you pick on Ryan Holmes.
As a Vegas fan, a Raiders fan, if I go online, he can't sue Facebook, but you know what he can do? He can sue me. He can come after me and say that's defamatory, it's false, it's not true, you're hurting my reputation in the community. And he could come after me individually.
Yeah, because the platform could say they just used the platform, and we don't recommend using the platform like that.
That's right.
He broke the rules of our platform.
And that was the same concept for these internet providers, when it's like, well, we don't control who makes these websites.
Right. Yeah.
We're just providing the
service. Right.
The service, and so AI doesn't have that, because what AI has done is it scrapes everything together, and now it's creating, we'll call it somewhat new content that may or may not be accurate or true. And
it's plagiarized a lot of it, right?
But it's directing people to, the FSU shooting, have these school shootings or commit suicide because, obviously you're sad and depressed. There's one way to end that really quickly, right? And so I think that there's a really good logical argument that says we should treat the AI companies different.
And even, I think, crazier. You're making this is a fascinating conversation, by the way. So how's
better with mushrooms? I've heard.
Yeah. But how could AI, how could OpenAI or ChatGPT or any of these companies guarantee a court, like during a decision? I mean, how could they guarantee, hey, Your Honor, we can guarantee that this will never happen again, right? That's kind of what the court's looking for, right? They're looking for an absolute. They're not looking for, hey, can you give us a 95%? We'll deal with the other 5% that wind up doing school shootings or killing themselves or their family. There is none of that. There's no give and take there, right? So,
I don't know if, it's interesting.
Yeah,
I don't know if guarantee is the right word. More often than not, the way the law addresses these things is with like a knowing and voluntary waiver, right? So like you get a pack of cigarettes, it says it all over in bold and capitalized letters. Hey, this might give you cancer. Like we've got some studies. They say it might be a carcinogen and it might give you cancer, right? And that's what we do with a lot of things, right? Like if you use a chainsaw, use protective equipment because otherwise you might chop off a limb.
It's that old Bill Engvall bit about using a hairdryer in the shower.
Which one?
Yeah, you remember? It says it has a sticker that says "Don't use this in the shower."
Oh yeah, well, exactly. That's exactly it.
Right. You don't need. Everybody knows you don't do that in the shower.
It's a waiver. I just remember he was the "Here's Your Sign" guy.
Yeah, that's him.
So that's the idea. Like that's how we deal with it a lot of times in the law. But the way they're framing this lawsuit, and I think this lawsuit's very broad, and so like it goes from, and there's a negligence claim in there, which I don't see how that's going to go very far. But it's so broad and it's really designed to go after the fact that this seems malicious. This seems like that your product is dangerous. And they took some quotes from some of the interviews for the Elon Musk trial. And they say, you've always wanted this thing to be a profit maker. This was never about advancing society. They took an interesting interview with Sam Altman where I guess he self-described himself as somebody who like doesn't care what it costs. He's going to do it anyway. Like this almost
and that's on a financial cost,
Machiavellian type person,
right? Yeah.
Right. And so it's postured in a way that this seems evil and intentional. If I were to put my own words on it.
And I think I would ask the same question though. Like, I mean, how can Mark Zuckerberg and Meta have to pay a giant settlement, right? They had to pay a giant settlement, but does that settlement guarantee that people aren't going to use Facebook nefariously again? I mean, no. I mean, I guess you just litigate this as it comes and build that framework as it moves through the courts. And I guess that's what OpenAI is doing now. They're just kind of building the framework of their operational parameters by answering lawsuits and by the way, answering the judges who have no idea what the technology is.
Sure.
That's another thing. You have to explain to the judge what it does, what it can do, and then on top of explaining to the judge, then you have to litigate it. This technology is like for retail. It's what, a year old?
Well, no. I mean, I've been using ChatGPT since 21.
Oh, have you really?
Yeah.
I did not. I mean, look, when I remember hearing about it, maybe more than a year. I think retail, like when everybody had access to it, I thought it was like maybe 2022, 2023.
Yeah, it was the end of 21, like November of 21 when I started using it.
Interesting.
Because I wanted to get ahead of it.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
And every day it changes, and every day I'm more both surprised and scared about what it can do because it's changing the landscape so fast.
So how do you think this is going to turn out?
Well, I asked ChatGPT that question.
That's interesting. What did it say?
Wonderful.
Believe it or not, ChatGPT thinks that OpenAI is going to win this. Although it didn't rule out the possibility of settling pre-trial. Here's the hard part.
Settling for what and to whom?
I would say here's the hard part.
Yeah.
There's definitely a political aspect to this whole thing. And so you don't really know where the legs are, but I do think it raises some really interesting legal arguments. And I've litigated probably a dozen trials where we've raised FDUPTA type issues, unfair and deceptive trade practices issues. So I'm pretty familiar with the statute here in the state of Florida. and I can't think of a good reason why they wouldn't be entitled to damages.
Yeah, dude. Another thing too, man. Is this a we're short on time here, but a too big to lose scenario? When you see companies and they're transforming their entire workforce based around AI, that's a toothpaste tube scenario, though.
Sure.
That I can't imagine corporations are going to be really welcome to walk back if something happens to the point where it's
push a little bit of toothpaste back. Though.
Yeah, just a little bit, maybe. Always good seeing you, buddy.
Good
You're
to
the
see
best.
ya.
Hang loose for a second. Deb, we got some news?
Yeah, Carnival data breach leaves millions exposed. Florida's massive tourism engine is slowing. And where you can hear a Taylor Swift original song. We'll talk about that next during You Heard It Here First.
All right, let's take a little break. We'll come back and get Deb's news, spend a couple more seconds with Ray, and then get the hell out of here on a Monday.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hit or miss showers and thunderstorms, the name of the game for our Monday evening. Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. Torrential rain possible with all the tropical moisture, some frequent lightning, and some brief gusty wind as well. And any stronger storm that does get going, we'll be watching out for those through the early evening before they fade away. Overnight lows dip back into the low to mid 70s. We stay humid, and that trend continues for our Tuesday. But a cold front is on the approach, brings more numerous showers and storms. A few could be on the strong to severe side, as we do have a low-end risk of severe weather draped across the region. So we'll be watching out for that too. Gusty wind, the main hazard. The tornado threat really low, but not completely zero, especially near the coast. From the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's new Biggie Deals. Choose one of Wendy's new Biggie Deals. At $4, $6, and $8, pick one of the new Biggie Deals you're craving. For a pretty biggie deal, gotta be Wendy's. U.S. price and participation may vary.
Here's a question. How many brokers does it take to insure your business? If you're like most business owners, the answer is way too many. Multiple policies, multiple applications, and no clear view of how it all fits together. And when questions come up, it's not easy to get the clarity you need. Supersure changes that. One broker for all your business insurance, backed by the team that works for you year-round, not just for renewal. And if you've ever stared at a policy just wondering what it actually covers, Supersure has a fine print fax tool that translates the legal jargon into plain English so you can understand it. And now you know what's covered and what's not. Right now, you can go to supershore.com and get a full report on your current policies with no obligation. Find out if you're overinsured, underinsured, or somewhere in between. Go to supershore.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Go to supershore.com. That's supershore.com.
Paid for by Supershore Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Play more, get more. That's Lucky North Rewards at Orange City Poker. Earn points every time you play and trade them in for cash, food, and gift cards. Rewards hit faster than you think. Every hand gets you closer to the good stuff. Move up tiers and tap into exclusive offers, national discounts, resort stays, and even cruise getaways. And right now, new members can earn up to $150 in bonus cash. Sign up today at Orange City Poker and start getting rewarded. That's Orange City Poker.
Sunnyside drains.
My drains are backing up.
I'm counting imaginary llamas. 8, 9.
What about my drain?
Wait, sheep are more fun. 10, 11.
I should have called Frank Gay.
13.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
Frank Gay Services are the plumbers you can count on. From clogged drains to leaky pipes, we fix it all. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Summer's back, and so is IDC's most popular offer ever. 0% financing for 5 years. Now through June 30th, you can make any purchase at International Diamond Center and spread your payments out to 2031 without paying a dime in interest. Engagement rings, wedding bands, eternity bands, earrings, pendants, our largest selection ever of certified hand-picked diamonds and exclusive designer fashion jewelry. This is incredible. Get the IDC value price you deserve. Then spread your payments over 5 years. That $6,000 pair of diamonds diamond earrings, just $100 a month. That $12,000 engagement ring, just $200 a month. Everything's affordable with this amazing offer. 0 interest all the way to 2031. Who else can do this? There's just one catch. This is a limited time offer just for the month of June. So don't wait. Let IDC help you get the jewelry you've been dreaming of at a price and payment you didn't think was possible anymore. International Diamond Center. Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennia. Excludes Rolex. Details and more at shopidc.com on approved credit.
Academy Sports and Outdoors doesn't sell meat. We do sell the things that make meat meat. Grills that make steak sizzle, smokers that melt brisket, and chairs that make you say, let's sit and eat meat. But that meat didn't come from us. The shade you're under, spice you're tasting, and American flag shirt you're wearing, that's us. Cherry wood and charcoal, yes. Corned beef, no. Corn whole, yes. Canopies, yep. Canapes, I don't know what that is. Meat, no. Everything but the meat, yes. Academy, fun can't lose.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit OneFirmForLife.com today for your free consultation.
Stay tuned to the Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword heart scan.
Our friends at TK Law want to remind us to look ahead, so we will look ahead on Real Radio tomorrow, Tuesday edition of Real Radio and the Tuesday edition of The Monsters. That means Detective Barb in studio, plus another chance for you to win $2,500 with a keyword at 8 a.m. on The Monsters tomorrow. When it comes time for you to look ahead for you and your family's future in the world of family law, whether it's trust, wills, estate plans, trust Ray Trenley and the team at TK Law. They can do it for you. They did it for me, and it's a beautiful thing. You reach them online at onefirmforlife.com.
There's only one place to watch this nonsense. At Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
All right, keep it short and sweet. A barrel racing horse run you from $25,000 to $70,000 depending on if it's trained in the bloodline. Bucking bulls are the same way. Now, I had to put down my red-nosed pit after 15 years. I cried like a baby. 6 months later, I had to put down my 6-year-old Newfoundland because of a tumor. I will never be the same. I love them dogs to death. Y'all be good. Have a good show.
You too.
One more.
And just another quick one. The last bull I saw sell in a bucking bull auction, half of the bull, his name was Flying Solo, you can look it up, just owned half the bull, $180,000.
Damn.
Ooh. Bucking bulls are worth millions.
Damn,
Y'all have
dude.
a good show.
That's crazy. And there are some famous ones, man. If you watch the rodeos, those bulls are as famous as some of the riders. They're legendary. I wish I remembered some of the names because they're. And when you look, have you ever been to a rodeo? Have you ever seen one of those things in the pen as they're about to get climbed on?
I wanted to be in the rodeo when I was in high school.
Then you're clinically insane.
My mom said she'd let me do it if I went to college first.
Dude, when I first moved to Orlando, I knew a guy named Kenny who was a rodeo guy, and he was a roper.
Yeah,
but he knew these guys that would ride bulls. And he told me, he goes, there is no more dangerous thing in all of sport than doing that.
Oh, absolutely.
And you see those things rolled up in the pens, and don't they pull a thing and kind of and tie up their balls or whatever? It makes
no.
What is it?
We had thought that before, but Cowboy usually texts
tells
us.
No.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just bananas. It's like it's riding an out of control car.
I got on one that was old and ready to put out to pasture, and it threw me off in 3 seconds.
Oh,
it was
yes.
ridiculous.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I am Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here.
Greetings.
And, of course, our buddy Ray Trindley always drops by on Mondays. That's TK Law, onefirmforlife.com. Offices right there in Longwood and in DeLand. And he handles every single aspect of legalities you could ever kind of ask questions about. Family law, trip and falls, car accidents, estate planning. It's all right there. Handles a bunch of it and has handled pretty much everything for everybody on the show at least once or 5 times.
Maybe you gotta outnumber everybody. Can't
you have a very powerful letter writing hand, my friend. I got to tell you,
I appreciate that.
You got some real leverage with that pen of yours.
I appreciate
it's
that.
magical. It's worked out well for us. I appreciate it. All right, Deb, let's get some news.
It's time for You Heard It Here First on The Jim Colbert Show.
Heads up if you've done any cruising recently, specifically on Carnival, which unfortunately is providing limited information on a data breach it experienced in April.
Oh.
According to an announcement from the cruise line, an unquote, unauthorized actor, end quote, managed to gain access to a limited portion of the company's IT system by deceiving an employee with, quote, social engineering, end quote. Carnival did not specify the extent of the breach, but a company filing with the Office of the Maine Attorney General shows over 5.9 million people were affected.
Wow.
And again, they got names, dates, driver's license numbers, passport numbers.
Yep.
So now the company is offering its U.S. customers 2 years of complimentary credit monitoring through TransUnion and recommended that potential affected travelers, quote, remain vigilant against threats of identity theft, end quote.
Here's what I want. How about you keep your scanning of my accounts and just give me some drink packages, dog. Just give me some drink packages. You can scan my account all you want. Just kick those drink packages Jim's way, and then everything is going to be copacetic. It's going to be fine.
Well, the Sunshine State's massive tourism engine is slowing down. Newly released Visit Florida data shows a 1% dip in first quarter visitors, marking the state's weakest start to a year since 2022.
Wow.
A sharp 12% plunge in Canadian travelers fueled the decline. However, air travel remained a bright spot. Florida's commercial airports saw a nearly 2% bump in traffic, handling nearly 30 million passengers, with Orlando, Miami, and Fort Lauderdale leading the volume.
How do you have more flights with less people coming here?
No driving here?
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I would think the flights would be fewer just because of the fuel prices.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then finally,
Don't move to it, Ray.
Come on.
Go ahead.
Everybody loves Taylor Swift.
Don't move
Everybody.
to it. I'm not going to look at you if you're moving to it.
So Taylor Swift is releasing new music for the Toy Story 5 soundtrack.
Oh,
Yeah.
Now I know why we did this story.
The singer announced her original song, I Knew It, I Knew You, on social media today. The Grammy-winning singer said she wrote the song after she was, quote, lucky enough to see the film in its early stages, end quote. The song releases on June 5th. Toy Story 5 is in theaters June 19th. And you heard it here first on The Jim Colbert Show.
Thank you, young lady.
Sure.
Who do we have to thank today?
We want to thank the friendliest attorney, Ray Trindley from TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
Smart
Looking
and
sharp.
handsome. Smart and handsome.
Also want to thank Brandon Kravitz from 96.9 The Game, Jeff Stanton with the Orlando Science Center. Definitely, if you guys haven't seen any of the photos of the dome, they're reopening.
Oh, yeah.
It looks
That sounds
amazing. It does. And then last but never least, Sam Bowen, Candace Rich, and Alicia Bulware for running our YouTube chat.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate that as we do every single day. Jack, question of the day.
Yeah, in our YouTube chat, we asked, do you have, and the choices were a dog, cat, both, neither. What do you think was the most popular out of those 4 choices?
I think dog only is the most popular.
38%. You are correct.
Yeah.
Coming in second was cat with 26%. Neither was 24%.
Wow.
And only 12% people had both.
That's funny. I actually thought that the both would be like in second or third. I didn't think it would be last.
Yeah.
By the way, the best bucking bull right now is called Man-Hater.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, Cowboy.
Ray, always good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you all.
Again, that's onefirmforlife.com. The office is TK Law. He does have 2 of those, one in Longwood, one in DeLand. And his name is Ray Trindley.
Friendly,
Super
Ray
easy.
Friendly.
That's right. Always
You got
good
a
seeing
friend
you.
in me.
You do have a friend in you.
Oh, back to Toy Story.
Good call
Look
back,
at this
Ray.
guy.
Good
This
call
guy's
back.
Look at you guys like a stand-up. I love it. All right, got a big show coming up for you tomorrow as well. On behalf of Dab, Jack, and Ray, I'm Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters in the Morning. After us, it's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic Monday evening.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
I haven't worn underwear since like 85.
If you missed any part of today's show, check out the Jim Colbert Show on demand. And for highlight feature segments, listen to the Jim Colbert Show, The Goods. Both are available for free on the iHeartRadio app.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Couple of accidents still slowing things down out there. Accident blocking the shoulder I-4 eastbound before Lee Road. On-ramp is partially blocked from 44 to I-4 eastbound due to a crash there.